What's going on, Laney boy?
Not much. What's up with you, Tommy boy?
Man, here filming episode 8 of the podcast, and we got cameras now.
You can see us finally, for
This
better or for worse.
is the first episode where we're finally on here.
We finally grew a pair and have decided to show our faces, cementing ourselves forever.
I mean,
Again, for better or for worse.
Landon's had the camera, I just had to buy one. I was being lazy about it for the last
Yeah,
7
mine.
episodes.
Yeah, mine is built into the laptop I use,
Yeah.
and I didn't want to be the one associated with Thomas's rant and ideologies. No offense. I just,
No, no, I
there
totally
there's some
understand.
things on there. There are certain things that I do not want to associate with this face right here.
Totally
Listen, I already
understandable.
have it hard enough. I already have it hard enough as it is, looking how I do. I don't want to associate, episode 2, if it ever goes out, with myself. So
Man, you talk about having hard with your looks. Bro, I bet you got women complimenting you every day. I bet you can't walk down the street without at least one woman saying something to you. You look like you get attention around the clock.
once once a year at most. Then I
Ain't
was
no
at
way.
Aldi in Knoxville. I was at Aldi in Knoxville a few months ago and got my first compliment from a female all year.
Hell
And this
yeah.
this this chick saying like, it's just this chick saying like, "Oh, I like your hat." It was like a Falcons hat, so that's the first compliment I've received from a person of the opposite gender in like over a year. Took me by surprise.
Hmm,
Now you though, you compliment me on a daily basis.
I
That's enough
do.
to get me going. That's,
Yeah.
that's enough to keep me satisfied and happy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm dropping you love notes like every other hour.
Hmm. Yeah.
Especially with them reels
So
on Instagram. They get real
ooh,
flirtatious.
pretty racist too.
Yeah,
White racist.
I mean, gotta be realistic.
It's the racist app though. It's the
Yeah,
racist app.
it
That's
is.
what like all the comments call it anyway.
Yeah,
Like
break by break, I
I
built the
love seeing
racist
the
app.
I love seeing the comments like, why is there sexism on my racism app?
Yeah,
Where why is there wholesome on my racism app?
yeah. I love when I see a comment
Like
on
it's
like a relatively wholesome video. It's like, fuck. Now I gotta rebuild my whole For You page. I spent all this time making a racist app, and now it's gone because I liked this one time.
right. Man, or like that's one of the weirdest parts about it. Like you could spend months only liking the offensive or funny stuff. One wholesome video comes up randomly, you accidentally like it, and for the next 4 or 5 months, that's all you see. Nothing else about like racism or jokes or anything. I don't get it. The algorithm needs to be fixed.
I think it's good right where it's at. I think it's perfect.
I mean,
You either have to go just full blown racist or not at all.
right.
I like that. I like the
The thing
way
with my
I like the
YouTube
way the
algorithm is like,
algorithm almost like builds communities of certain types of posts. Like it figures out you're into some kind of thing, and it just gives you more of those things to be into, and then you just have to stick in this like cesspool of content. I love it so much.
and then with the YouTube algorithm, it's like you could watch a ton of content, like a variety of content, like I do. Like I watch quite a big variety, like commentary, sports, comics, all that stuff. But the moment you watch one of those, like 3 or 4 hour long documentaries that somebody makes on YouTube, diving into some niche topic, that's all you're gonna see for the next 2 or 3 weeks. That's 6 hour long video essays. Like I'll
Hmm.
watch those occasionally, but I don't want my entire like homepage to be just that. You feel me?
Well,
Like
I mean,
shorts, like the first thing they show you on the app now is shorts without fail every time.
oh, it's not
So,
every
man,
time
I
for
don't get it.
me.
I don't like.
For me, it's like probably
I
one in ten
guarantee you,
times.
I guarantee you right now, if I open up my YouTube app, right, here's a live footage of it. What's the top going to be? Oh, that is a
Ad.
it's an ad. Get a watch later video, and then shorts. For
Oh,
some reason, I've
yeah,
been
well,
getting
it does
really into,
recommend you shorts
young
a lot.
Sheldon shorts, right? Young Sheldon shorts are everywhere on YouTube, and I don't know why, but I will watch them every time. I don't know if you're the same way, but
Nah,
bro,
dude,
Young Sheldon is everywhere on my homepage.
like the only shorts YouTube ever shows me is the Matt and Shane Secret podcast.
Okay. Like they show me Young Sheldon shorts, the occasional sports short, and then the rest is like those like Chinese life hacks. So it's like patching holes with ramen noodles or something,
No, I forgot. I
or
also
like
get
Indian men
Kill
building
Tony
houses with
shorts.
mud and sticks. Yeah, yeah, I killed Tony too. With like the Joe Rogan one and the Shane Gillis ones are like peak. I love those.
Yeah, I get the Shane Gillis podcast, the Matt and Shane,
Mhm.
and Kill Tony. That's like the only two things in my shorts.
I get the Tony Lee. What that's his name? The Asian dude and the with the redhead, the Bad Friends podcast. I can't remember his
Oh,
name now for the
Bobby
life
Lee.
of me. Bobby Lee. Bobby. I knew it was something Lee, but I see him all the time on there too.
I
He's
get him
pretty funny.
occasionally. Yeah, I think he's way
It's like
funnier
I
on the
was watching back
podcast
like
than he
this
is
is
on
yeah,
stage.
it's like about a year back or so. It was probably like September, October of last year. I was watching this show. It's called The League. It's a show that basically revolves around like fantasy football. A ton of friends who are in a fantasy football league, but they all like kind of hate each other, but they're
Hmm.
still friends anyway. Just randomly I think it was The League at least. There's an episode, and Bobby Lee shows up in it as like a side character for one episode, playing an autistic dude. And it was like he played the role great. I don't know if that's a compliment or a insult to Bobby Lee, but he played the character perfectly. He played like an autistic dude in that show for like one or two episodes.
Hmm.
Pretty funny.
I watched a video of a guy with Down syndrome doing a drive-by.
No way, man.
Well, not exactly a
I saw a
drive-by.
video of
There's this guy recording, and this guy with Down syndrome is like holding a pistol, and he keeps like pointing it out the window of the car. The guy's like, no, 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 don't do that, don't do that. And he goes, "Pah," and just shoots one. And you see the Down syndrome go away for a second. Like he opens his eyes, goes, ah, and just hands the gun to the guy driving, and then like goes back to being Down syndrome again.
oh man, that's I think I've mentioned this one to you before, but like, the dude with Down syndrome doing like the Stone Cold Steve Austin entrance with
Hmm.
like the beer bottles. Now, usually he comes out with like cans, but like this dude with the with Down syndrome wearing like a leather jacket, like Stone Cold would wear. He comes at the house, Stone Cold music blaring. He had these like glass beer bottles. In the background, like, "Don't smash them!" And he's like, and it's like shatters everywhere. He just screams out, "Whoa!"
Oh,
I saw another video. This has been a few days back. You might have seen it. It was big on Reels, I'm pretty sure. A bunch of Down syndrome drag queens.
I have not seen that.
Have you seen those?
No.
Yeah, a bunch of Down syndrome drag queens. It was quite the video.
Sounds like it.
So the top comment again. I'm not condoning this speech in any way for legal reasons.
Okay.
The top comment said, "Dang, they got two disabilities." So real comments are like the greatest place on earth. I love them.
Yeah.
They're absolutely awful, but I love them.
Yeah, you find new ways to destroy humanity every time you open one.
Yeah,
It's just, it's,
like
it's the
I
greatest
saw
place on earth.
I saw a post one time saying that like opening Twitter in public should be an extreme sport. I see that and I raise you Instagram comments. Opening Instagram Reels comments in public is an extreme sport because like what somebody could look over your shoulder and see the most vile, wicked statement ever written. You know, and if
Hmm.
they're out of the loop, they'll think that's somebody you're associated with. You feel me?
Yeah,
Such
yeah.
a just you can see some awful, awful like words strung together on there.
You know,
I
people give Elon Musk a lot of credit for taking
mhm.
Twitter and like making it like a free speech place. That's total bullshit. I've had a Twitter account since like I don't know 2013 or something. Like I was on like the ground floor of Twitter when it like first opened. Bro, you could
Hey,
say anything you wanted then, and up until the day Elon Musk bought it, you could still say anything you want on there. It was like 2 months after Elon bought Twitter, and he like had like fully changed everything and pretty much made it X. I got banned because
mhm.
I said some shit they didn't like, and now I don't have a Twitter account anymore. I still
Just
got.
make a new one.
I mean, I do have a new one, but like I can't say shit on there without getting banned. I can't say anything remotely controversial. But I go in comments, I see people telling other people to kill themselves. I see people, saying the N word and calling people retards. But I can't
Yeah.
disagree with someone's opinion without getting banned. Like Twitter now, to me personally, seems like the most left wing liberal shithole app ever. It seems more liberal than it was before Elon bought it, and that was the whole reason he bought it was to make it not a liberal app. I fucking hate Twitter now. It's the worst app on earth. IG Reels, alright? That's where it's at. That's where the real action is. I get banned off Instagram probably every 2 months, but they let me make a new account and I still get to keep commenting ridiculous, horrible stuff on there. I prefer Instagram.
I see your comments sometimes. I see your comments sometimes on Reels, and I just question what goes on in the mind of Thomas.
I don't believe
I
a single
wonder,
thing I
like,
say on
how you
Reels.
process things.
I don't believe a single
Without
thing I
fail.
say on Reels. I like arguing with people. The only reason I ever put comments on Instagram or reply to people is because I want to get people angry and I want them to yell at me and then I want to yell back at them. I just want to have hundreds of people pissed off at me so I can call them retards. That's like my favorite thing about Instagram.
Now, I was thinking, you mentioned that people on Twitter say things and don't get banned. I'm wondering, is it because they're all verified? And because now you have to
Probably.
pay for verification on Twitter?
Yeah, I
See,
guarantee
you
if
have
you
to pay
pay
to be verified on Twitter now.
yeah, I guarantee if you pay
So,
that $8 a month, you can say
you're
whatever you want.
basically, yes. Yeah, you could declare war on like some foreign country, like
Yeah.
Tajikistan, for example. Shout out for the episode,
Oh yeah, shout
and
out
you
to
can just like
Tajikistan.
get away with it because you're paying $8 for it.
Exactly.
We gotta shout them out every episode, every episode. By the way, real quick on the topic of that, past episodes. If anybody had information on that Australian girl from 2 episodes back,
Oh
please let us know. Please, I'll listen
Oh
back to it because
man.
we're yeah, because we're recording this the night after episode 6 was posted, and I'm
Yeah.
just saying if you have any information on that girl, please, please let us know. She seemed quite nice.
Wait, episode 6. Hold on. Wait,
We're on
okay.
episode 8, right?
I think so. Wait.
Episode 7 is what we recorded earlier. Yeah,
Yeah, we did episode 7 2 days ago. I still gotta edit that one. I was like, wait, did we do
yeah,
7?
yeah,
Is this 7? No.
yeah.
No, it's definitely 8.
No, because we had yeah. Episode 6 was the prank calls. Well, not really prank calls necessarily, but just like international calls one. And then episode 7 coming up as a special episode. Do you wanna
Oh,
reveal what it
yeah,
is,
yeah,
Tommy?
yeah. Well, I guess we might as well because
I'll
they're
give you the
gonna.
honors.
By the time this one's out, they'll have seen that one. Yeah, it
Yeah,
was what do we call it? Unqualified game night.
yeah.
We just
After if
played
you've
it.
not
We
seen it,
played browser games for 3 hours.
play some Scrabble, some offensive hangman, quite offensive hangman that is.
Yeah.
Uh played a few other things. Played some Connect 4.
Oh yeah. We played.
So pretty fun episode.
Did we did we play chess? I think we tried and it didn't work, and
I
we
think
played
yeah,
something
we
else.
played
Right?
we
We
played a
played a little
couple
bit.
rounds of
Yeah.
chess. We played like a round or two of chess, and we realized that we're not very good, and we'll probably make some chess players angry if we post ourselves playing too long. So we
Yeah.
just kind of rolled with it for the sake of killing time.
Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of a random episode. I think we'll get better at it. Perhaps we should just play
Yeah,
some normal games. Like I don't have a PS5,
play
but
some Minecraft.
yeah, we'll find some stuff that's
Play some
cross-platform. We'll play some
yeah
normal kind of games and actually get like 3 hours worth
yeah
of
play
like good
some
content out of it.
yeah. Whenever we have Sean as a guest star, I'm pretty sure that he likes times. I don't know if a Phasmophobia episode would be fun or not.
If we play Phasmophobia with Sean, he's gonna want to get Jalen and Colin in, and then we gotta explain that we have a podcast to Jalen.
And Colin,
I don't know who Colin is, so that doesn't affect me. But see if
because he
Jalen
used to work
knows.
there.
Okay, but if Jalen knows, then our team leads
Hmm
could know, and then everyone would know, and I feel like that would just not be very well.
Mm,
You know, I mean,
yeah,
people can
better.
find out after we're not there.
Yeah, yeah, fair. Because I feel like once we put our faces out there, people might recognize us if we're at work.
Yeah, I mean, there's a
Then they'll see
possibility.
you, and then they'll start saying like, "Oh, did you know this man who works for you said this on the internet in front of five whole people?"
Yeah, man, that'd be funny if one of the 5 people that sees this episode like actually recognizes me and then like goes to work the next day. It's like, this guy said he loves Nazis. Man, we'll see.
I still can't get over the fact that like Ryan Strahan was at Dollywood on one of our days off. Did I tell you about that
Yeah,
already?
yeah, you did.
Yeah, I don't know if it was your day off. I know for a fact it was one of my days off. But he was there
Yeah,
and
and
he
then
played the game.
who was the other guy? Like Keith Urban, I think, was there, and he rode like 2 roller coasters and left.
Yeah, keep their mouth saw that. Randy Travis was there a few months back on one of my days where I was working, but I didn't see him. And
Oh,
he's like he can't speak now. He's stuck in a wheelchair. He was just kind of like he just kind of exists now.
are we allowed to talk about the basketball team that was there? I don't know if their video came out yet.
The Globetrotters. Yeah, their video came out a long time ago. That was
Okay,
like
okay.
back in September.
I wasn't sure if they
Because I
posted it
remember I
yet.
looked for it. I remember looking for it, and I somehow found it after just spamming searches and stuff.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't sure if they put it out because I didn't see it yet. But yeah, the Harlem Globetrotters were there. That was sick.
So, yeah, so some backstory. There was a day the park was closed, and I think during certain times of the year, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, the park closes, like maintenance, cleaning, all that, right?
Yeah,
Coincidentally, one of those days off, me and Thomas and a couple other people get called in to, you know, switch out from the summer season to the fall season for the park, right?
oh yeah, it was
And
the GPL.
I'm the only like worker who's not a team lead who's up at the top of the hill at the Tennessee Tornado. And whenever we get called down to walk to the Country Fair break room for lunch, we pass by the Harlem Globetrotters who are filming a video.
Yeah,
And I'm like, oh, that's dope. That's dope. The Harlem Globetrotters are here. I didn't recognize any of them, but the Harlem Globetrotters were there, apparently filmed a video. And by the time we were done eating lunch and we're leaving, they were done. They were
yeah,
packed up and gone.
yeah. It happened quick. Cause I
Yeah,
remember
I
we
don't
were
know if they
asking if
filmed
you'd
like
go take a
multiple
picture with them, and
locations or just
yeah,
the one. And
I,
they're like,
yeah,
no. Even if the park was closed and I wasn't on the clock, like, we were just volunteering.
yeah. I mean, we were technically on the
Yeah.
clock.
Oh, we were?
Yeah.
I don't remember clocking in.
Oh. Well, the rest of us did.
You're joking.
No, no, we get paid for those days.
That would have been fantastic to know. That would have been great to know.
I'm pretty sure we all like
Oh, man.
clocked in as a group before we went in. Like, there's no way you wouldn't
Oh,
have
maybe
if
we
we
did
all
then.
did.
Oh, yeah. I remember now. I don't remember clocking out, though.
So you just been racking up infinite hours ever since then?
So, I mean, no, I mean, I guess the next day, after I came in and I clocked in, it would have stopped it and recognized, like, oh, maybe
Yeah.
he shouldn't have got 48 hours or 24 hours or however many days between it
Yeah.
was. So that was a that was an all right day. I kind of wish, you know, I had somebody my age up at the top that I could have passed the time with, but not bad,
No,
not bad at all.
I was
The
so
setup day,
hoping.
that was my first
Yeah.
setup day.
I was so hoping they would have let us work together, but instead I had to work with
Right.
Beanie all day.
Hey, Beanie is cool though. No hate to Beanie. No hate to Beanie at all. Beanie's my bro. Love Beanie.
Man, full hate to Beanie. He's annoying as shit. He takes way too long on his breaks. He takes way too many breaks. He never does his fucking job. He's always listening to music. He's cool though.
I love Beanie. I love Beanie. Beanie was
Yeah,
like one of the first people I got really close to at work.
yeah. I mean, like he's a terrible person, but he's cool. So like there's just something about him that's kind of infectious. Like you can't not like him, despite him like kind of being a piece of shit sometimes.
Like he no he you can tell he genuinely cares about like everybody he's friends with, everybody he works with, except like a few people that are, you know. But even then, it's understandable
I must be
cases.
one of those few people then.
Oh, I don't. He's never said a bad word about you to me. I've never had anybody say a bad word about you to me.
Frankly, there's only been like two people that have said a bad thing about me at work in general.
Hey, I'm not going to ask you who they are on camera, just in case they are currently employed
Well, I
by
told you about
Dollywood.
the one earlier
By
that
the way, I feel like I
that
need to preface this by saying we don't. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I told you about the one earlier that we're trying to
Real
get
quick, I
fired,
feel like
and then the
yeah.
other one I name dropped on
Okay.
accident like a couple episodes ago. That might have been like episode one, honestly, or two. I think that was episode
Yeah.
two.
I'm
I think that was
I'm
one of the
about to say
reasons
though,
I didn't
like
want
I
to
feel like we
upload
need
that
to
because
like
I didn't want to edit around that.
mm, yeah. I feel like we need to say though, we don't speak for the Dollywood brand or Hershend Family Entertainment Company. We don't speak for them. We're not paid by them to say anything positive.
Oh no,
If we
they
say
probably
anything
pay us not to
negative,
talk about
just
this.
know we are off the clock. Listen, we host a podcast. We happen to be employed by that company. Just know that in anything that we say, it's purely for an entertainment value.
Yeah, it could be all fiction,
It's just
honestly.
a
We could be just
legally,
making
just
shit
just a
up.
legal statement right there. Yeah,
Yeah,
as far as you know, we might not even work at Dollywood.
yeah. These could be stories from
You know,
10 years ago
we
when
could make
like
these names
we
up.
could both be
Yeah,
35 and this is from when we were like teenagers. You don't know that.
right.
Yeah,
We
no,
could, yeah.
yeah,
We could be
those two
pulling
though.
stories we could be pulling stories from like Reddit or Instagram or Twitter and just like rewording them. You never know.
You know
You
what?
never know.
For anyone that goes back and watches what's I think technically episode 2, but episode 3, I'm pretty sure
Right.
I put a
Yeah.
disclaimer in that description that's like just stating any stories we tell are just Reddit stories we're reading on the podcast. Whether or not that's
I mean,
true,
I can
who's
find
to
a
tell, but
yeah, are purely for entertainment value is what I would say. I'm gonna find it. Technically, so I feel like you need to reword episode 2 to say episode 3. Okay. Also, for any current or future episodes, please note nothing we say reflects our true beliefs and values. These are vastly fiction stories and made up theories I read off of Reddit. It's literally all Reddit posts where boring people pretend to be cool with a good cop, bad cop dynamic. We're basically accurate. That's exactly what it is.
yeah,
I mean, at least the way I see it.
I figured that right
I'm I'm
there should
I'm
be
good
legally
cop.
protecting enough that we don't have to worry about anything we ever say on the show.
Hey, listen, I try to keep it clean anyway. I try to keep my
Yeah,
side of
you're
it,
the
my
good cop.
discussions. Yeah, good cop, bad cop.
Yeah.
That's perfect. It's sums it up quite nice. I didn't think of that term when I
I
was like
didn't
trying to
either.
describe it to someone, but
I was just typing that down and my fingers just made that.
It's actually perfect description of what we are.
Yeah. Man, you guys don't know
Okay,
this.
okay.
When I'm typing out the descriptions for this shit, I'm not thinking, I'm not trying to be funny. I just set my keyboard down in front of me and I just let my fingers start twitching and just the descriptions are what comes out of that. Like I literally just sit down and just go
And it's like
and then just something
I
happens.
I think you did good though. I think
Yeah.
with the most recent episode, I don't know if it was either episode 5 or episode 6. You absolutely cooked with it. With the where it's like delved into the chaos at the end. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes. I believe that's episode 5 where I talked about Syria and
Yeah.
Obama and wait,
And it just like
I don't want to take my
and it
flashlight
just
away.
like
Can you
it
find that
descends
one?
into chaos.
Can you?
And it just goes into chaos. It absolutely it's like it's madness. It's the one you had me
Yeah.
read on episode 6 or
No, I
7.
read it because you were like, yeah, I'll read it out loud, and then you were like, nah, actually, you should read it because there's some like inflections you'll want to put on it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Unfortunately, okay, well, no, this is okay. So episode 5 had it as well, talking about KFC and stuff. Might have been episode 4. Might have been episode 4.
Might have been.
Yes, episode 4.
Okay.
Talking about Syria and frogs and Obama.
Yeah, man, that was a good one.
This one, yeah, and that I think like the early run that we're on. I'm not trying to be narcissistic or self righteous at all. But the first few episode run that we are on so far has been absolutely phenomenal.
It has
Okay,
been. I
I
don't think the
cannot
show
wait
could
for
go
you all
any
to.
better.
Like if you all have not heard the KFC prank, not really. I keep saying prank call. If you've not heard the KFC call yet, just know like you need to find it. It's a couple episodes back from this one.
Yeah.
It is great, phenomenal,
That is
phenomenal.
one of the best moments in this entire show. It's just you flirting with that Australian lady.
Oh, man. If we had a face cam back then, we could have clipped it. I think now that we have face cams, it'd be easier to clip things and stuff.
Oh yeah, it'll be way easier to get clips for this.
Yeah. Are,
So
are we gonna do like a
I
clip
got left
channel or
camera
we?
and right camera. I'll just
um,
put top and bottom, and then we'll make a short out
Right.
of it.
Are we gonna have a clip channel or are we gonna upload clips to our main channel?
Clips to the main channel. That works better
What are
for
you
the
filming?
analytics.
I got you. Because it seems like a lot of those shorts channels seem to do really good with the algorithm too.
Well, most of the
Like you
shorts
know
channels
that one guy
aren't
that makes.
associated with the page they're making shorts of. So that just brings traffic
Um,
directly to their page and not the one who's actually making that content.
gotcha.
If we make our own shorts and put it
Like
on our channel, then if that gets big, that brings traffic straight to our
yeah.
podcast.
Ooh, smart. It's like the one channel I know who's like making this work the most is Vsauce. Like Vsauce has
Oh yeah,
completely transitioned to making shorts. He's not posted a real video in like 2 years,
a lot
but
of
he still
content
makes a
creators are
killing on
doing that.
shorts. Yeah, I mean, I don't personally buy into the whole shorts thing. I feel like it's just destroying the attention span. Because like, if somebody's not going to watch a 3-minute TikTok, what are the chances they're going to listen to a 3-hour podcast? Unless it's hosted by
Yeah,
Joe Rogan, then anybody's going to listen to that.
I don't know. I prefer long form
I feel
content
like,
myself. Like I watch PKA every week. I watch the
yeah,
Life Fight Open show every week. I watch a lot of podcasts for a couple hours.
it's like I watch a few of those like video essays and stuff like I mentioned. I watched a whole like hour and a half long expose on a fake South Park content creation thing where it's like being
Nice.
accused of AI. I don't know
Hmm.
if you saw that. Like an hour and a half long where it's like this person who makes like content about cartoons, like mainly South Park, Simpsons and stuff, like teams up with like 4 or 5 others and makes a whole video piece targeting this like like it's set in like India or Pakistan, one of the smelly countries, and it's like using AI, allegedly using AI, I should say, to make content about South Park videos. Now it's very similar to other South Park video essays already on YouTube. Pretty interesting.
I feel like if you make an essay that's like factually breaking down something, and you make it so detailed and so specific that there's no more details left to add, it's hard to make another essay that isn't a direct copy of that because
Right.
there's nothing else to do differently
Right.
than that. So
It's like
I
I
don't know.
have
I don't always buy into that kind of stuff unless it's like a word for word ripoff. Then I generally don't care if it's kind of similar to something or another.
it's like the only video I have like public on my main YouTube channel, the one that I comment on these videos with all the time is a video essay I made about Breaking Bad for
I
a
did watch that.
project my senior year. Yeah. Yeah, it was for a project I made my senior year. It took me like maybe an hour and a half or 2 hours to actually record. Because all I did for that, by the way, was like I have Google Slides, the
Mhm.
slideshow on my phone. I just made different Google Slides, and then I took screenshot over it with like, okay, screw it, I'm not an editor. I need to have some sort of like visual thing to go with my, actual 4-page paper I wrote. I'm just gonna post it, and I did, and I actually got I think like a near perfect score on that assignment.
That's sweet.
What was your opinion on? I think it was like a 6 or 7 minute long amateur Breaking Bad, breakdown from the most basic perspective possible. What did you think of that?
I thought it was pretty good. I mean, I'm a big Breaking
I
Bad
mean,
fan, so anything that lets me just see more of the show or hear more about it, I'm into it.
I was basically just like giving like a factual rundown about like how Walter White goes from like a really really nice guy to a really really mean guy. I'm like, oh no, he makes drugs. He's bad. No, that's pretty much what it is.
Hey, don't accuse all drug manufacturers of being bad. I love drug manufacturers.
Like he was doing it to pay for cancer treatments. I get that, but the murder.
Exactly.
Spoiler alert, by the way. Spoiler alert, by the way. He did have to murder, you know, dozens and dozens of people. You know, if you haven't seen Breaking Bad, just like, you know, sorry,
Well,
we're gonna talk about it.
okay. I'm pretty sure up until
But
the
like,
neo-Nazi slaughter, he only kills two people.
right,
There's the uh fuck who's his
Crazy
name?
Eight,
Who's yeah, Crazy Eight.
Crazy Eight, the dude he kills in the basement with
Yeah, yeah.
the
Yeah.
piece of
I was trying to
the
think what was
plate was missing. He
I
just
I kept
chokes him
wanting to
out.
call him Emilio, but that was the other guy. Yeah, Crazy Eight. And then I think Jesse's going to solve some dispute or something, or he's trying to, but Jesse's about to get
Right.
killed actually. So then Walt hits the guy with his car and shoots him in the head. I think before the neo Nazis, that's the only two times Walt
Right.
kills someone, and then when he saves Jesse, he kills five or six of them. Uh,
I could have, I
does
could
Walter
have
have
swore
the?
he killed more than that.
I'm pretty.
He kills Emilio. He kills Crazy Eight. He kills Gus's henchman. He kills Mike.
Gus. No, he
Maybe he
doesn't.
takes Mike out and he shoots him.
He doesn't kill him though. If you watch El Camino, he's still alive.
Maybe in like a flashback, because like you got to thinking like El Camino, they show flashbacks of Walter still alive.
Yeah, but there's a scene right before Jesse moves up to Canada, and you see him talking to Mike down by the river where Mike got shot. And Jesse hadn't been there before, so that was after, and he was fine.
I am looking at the Breaking Bad wiki right now, just like trying to get a full list, and it says murders committed by Walter White, Emilio, Crazy Eight, Gold Dealers, two of Gus's henchmen, Mike, Lester, Frankie, Matt, Kenny, two unnamed neo Nazis, Jack Welter, and Lydia. Remember he killed Lydia by putting the
The
stuff in
cyanide,
her
the cyanide.
stevia. Yeah, cyanide in her stevia. Yeah,
I don't remember most of those
he
though.
almost killed. He almost killed Brock too. Got to think
Yeah,
with the Lily of the Valley. He almost killed Andrea's like 12-year-old son.
some of those in the
So
middle though, I have no
it,
recollection of. I keep wanting to look over and grab my phone to look it
He
up, but my
literally
phone's to my
shoots Mike
right.
in the head.
No, he shoots him in the side, and then Mike gets out of his car, walks down to the river, and he's just looking at the water. And you see
I've not
blood
watched the
like
show in
coming
over
out of.
years. Like
He shoots him
I
like
have like a
right
very
here,
vague,
cause you
I've
see
got a
him walk up
very
to the
vague
car, and he's like
memory.
scared to shoot Mike, and he kind of like drops the gun a little bit, and then like freaks out and pulls the trigger, and he shoots him in his like lower abdomen, and Mike gets out and walks to the river.
I just think the whole like dynamic of like he lets Jesse's girlfriend die, which in turn sends her father into a depression, which in turn causes him to do really, really, really bad at his job, which in turn causes a plane crash with over 100 people on it to die.
I literally just watched that
A really,
episode
really,
like 2 days ago.
and then on top of all that, think of all the people that got sent into a depression over that because their loved one was on that plane. How many people would have like committed suicide to get around the YouTube censors, and then that leads to even more deaths at Walter's hands because he let
Dude,
Jane die.
think about right after the planes crash, Walt is in the high school he works at, like surrounded with the teachers,
Mm.
talking to the kids, and they're telling stories about how it affected them and how they're feeling. And you see him getting like a little like agitated, probably because he knows that he's
Right.
the reason for this assembly. He's the reason all these kids are feeling like this. And he's like, God damn it, I should have saved that fucking junkie.
And then he just like goes on like this weird like little beach thing like different plane types are bigger and it could have been worse and
Yeah.
far more
And
disastrous.
he's
So he
like,
should be
this
like
was only the
we should be
15th worst plane crash or 52nd worst plane crash in history or something. And then he's like, but you know what? We're going to move on because we're humans and that's what we do. We move on from shit. Who cares? And then the principal's like, okay, Walt, thank you.
that may have been like one of the most awkward moments in the show. I mean, there were like a few that were a lot worse, obviously.
Yeah.
No, I don't think nothing will ever be like "Happy Birthday,
Oh my
Mr.
God.
President."
Yeah.
Yeah, that or, you know, whenever that night, like, help him. If you remember that, trying to
Yeah. Pitch a tent. Gotta be honest,
yeah,
Landon.
that
You-
me
You're cutting out a
physically
bit, but yeah.
yeah, where she's trying to help celebrate
Stroking
his
them all soft.
birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I don't know. That scene got me kind
you're
of
never
worked
afraid
up.
to put what I'm trying to say.
I was watching it. I was like, damn.
I'm
Like,
sorry.
I was watching that. I was like, damn. Bryan Cranston's getting a hand job on camera right now. I wish I was getting a hand job on camera.
Man, just a few scenes from that show could have been left out. Like him giving the speech at the high school about like, oh, the plane crash could have been worse.
No, I like
You
that scene.
know,
I think that was
it's
important.
that is the moment Walter White became Heisenberg. If you're aware of that meme, people just find the most like random moments from the show. Like this is where Walt became Heisenberg. Like he
Hmm.
talked about Bogdan's eyebrows. This is the moment he became Heisenberg.
What do you think the moment
You're the
he
greatest
became
show ever made.
Heisenberg is?
Um, when he said "Say my name" and he started Heisenberging all over the place. Oh no, I like serious answer. I think the moment he became Heisenberg. Oh man, that's tough. Because there's a few different examples you could use. Like I think once he had enough money to actually like start treating his cancer, and he's like, oh, well, I got this ego now. I'm good at it. I'm gonna keep doing it. And
Hmm.
he just like kept making millions and millions. I think sometime around the middle of that point there, from like when he had enough to pay for it, and then he started that as full-time job, somewhere in that era, I think.
Hmm.
When he started wearing the hat.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, we're talking
Joking.
like
I'm
season one.
joking.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm
I
joking
don't
with that
think
part.
I don't think he became Heisenberg when he made the Heisenberg
Sometime around season
character.
2.
Yeah, I think it's like later in season three, because there's a while. Well, season one, he's made this character, but I feel like he doesn't understand how to be Heisenberg yet. It's just an alias
Right.
to go by, So he's not Walter White, the meth dealer. And
Gotcha.
and then season two, you see him like really not trying to sell meth that much. He's trying to like get back with his family and just get rid of what he has and make money and
Yeah.
make everything get settled. And then his wife thinks he's cheating and kicks him out, and then starts the whole divorce arc. And I think it's like right after he gets Jesse out of rehab and they get back into cooking.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the moment he becomes Heisenberg. Because at that point, he's like, fuck it, I don't got
Yeah.
the family. I just got money. I'm just going to do whatever the fuck I want, be a badass. He starts
Mm-hmm.
killing people, starts poisoning kids, starts making hundreds of pounds of meth, starts working in a massive laboratory. That's when he becomes Heisenberg.
It's. I think I'll go with that now. That's actually a really, really good point. Really good explanation. Man, I just like the whole like divorce arc was something that I didn't really get at the first time I watched it, but like, no, I get it now. I appreciate it more.
It was something I got the first couple times I watched the show, and now I don't get it. Now, I'm like, why does
I
that
think it
stupid
was.
bitch Skylar not want to believe a goddamn word out of his mouth? Yeah, he's lying. Just believe that shit. Go along with it. Have a happy marriage. Shut up, bitch. That's my opinion.
How many how many middle-aged wives do you know who are happy with like everything though?
None. I think they should just fucking
Especially
try.
when they have a especially when they have a newborn infant daughter and a high school aged son to worry about.
Yeah, you know what they should
By
do?
the way,
They should
if you
try to
already
be
have to care
happy.
for a disabled son, if you already have a son who's disabled, you're gonna have to care for his entire life. Why would you have a baby?
That's a
Especially when he's
fantastic
about to
point.
enter the workforce.
Yeah.
Like, man, I don't understand it. I don't. I get it was probably set up just to give like the whole kidnapping arc
Mhm.
and all that, which only lasted for like half an episode, if that. Which also,
I
I
thought
think
it
that's
was
one of
like
the more
one and
evil
a half.
things he did.
Or no,
That's one of the
I
more
think it's
evil
like the
things he did
second
was
half of one
kidnapping his own
episode and the
daughter.
first half of the next episode.
Right. Yeah. I don't.
Wait, hold on.
The
You think that was
kidnapping too
evil?
was really, really scary. I mean, it was all to get in Skylar's head. I mean, it's
Well,
still
yeah.
technically putting an infant daughter at risk.
I think he was
You
in the
feel me?
right in that
It's
scenario to take the kid. I just think, I don't know. Well, it's hard to say. I think he made the right choice in that moment. I think he should have kept the kid, or I think he should have took the kid, and I think he should have also kept the kid. I don't think he should have gave it back.
yeah. Yeah, but then that'd be like a whole like legal thing. And I think Walt's smarter than that to get himself involved with the law when he
Which
already
is
had this whole
exactly
like
why he
drug ring thing
returned the
going on.
kid. Yeah. But
Right?
I'm just saying, if I was him, I'd keep the kid because I like think about it. He already has millions of dollars. He's already planning to go off the grid. He's ready to go to Alaska. Take the kid. Take the kid. Get him away from that psycho bitch ex-wife of yours. Take the kid.
I mean, but still, they're gonna start a manhunt for him eventually. The actual manhunt they end up going where they don't find him.
Dude,
He
he called the cops on himself
kind of tells
and then got in a car
Skula,
and they didn't
but
find him.
it's still he's smarter than that.
The police are
I mean, trying to throw him off though, that's smart.
Dog, imagine calling the cops, getting in a car next to the phone, and they can't find you.
I mean, like once you're driving away,
It wasn't his car. He literally just got into a car and just sat down and waited for
right,
the cops to go away.
you're kind of froze, Thomas.
You're kind of froze, Landon. I'm the one recording. It looks totally fine on my end.
Oh, 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 oops.
No,
Yeah, you kind of froze on mine.
yeah, no, I think we
Okay.
freeze on each other's ends
If
whenever
okay,
that
by the way,
happens.
let me just like say this for yeah. I gotta put it out here, y'all. I've been typically recording in my house. I'm gonna start moving. I'm recording this RV that is outside of my house. Now it's parked like maybe 20 feet away from the house. But here's the thing: it's parked on the opposite end of where the T-Mobile box is.
Hmm.
So I'm sitting on 3 out of 4 bars right now. So if it ever cuts out, it's my bad. I should have picked a better
Yeah,
location to
I'm
record.
ironically also sitting in a camper outside of my grandparents' house. Only difference is I have an Ethernet cord out here, so I have perfect internet.
There you go. Hey, if me and my family ever start taking this thing out, though, if they're out doing anything that I don't want to do, I can just hold back. I have an outlet, like literally right here, right?
Oh hell
I can
yeah.
just I can just hook up the internet, like router right here if I wanted to, right?
Hmm.
And run it to be right beside the laptop, and I can record. Pretty genius, if you ask me.
Yeah, that's honestly, dude.
I don't I
Way,
don't
way
know
to go hard.
I don't know if I don't know if a router would work if it's on the road, but we're gonna try it.
Well, the T-Mobile boxes I think are technically just like a Samsung smartphone with the hotspot always on. So as long as it's got T-Mobile cell data,
Hmm.
it's putting out a signal.
Yeah.
Like that's why that
But then you
box
get
is
to the
like
big
500
problem.
bucks because it's literally a smartphone.
Yeah, but then you get to the big problem, which is it's T-Mobile. You ever see those commercials where it's like the dude saying like, "I have home internet from T-Mobile. It only costs $50 at T-Mobile. It only costs $50 for a reason, because it is indeed T-Mobile,
Yeah,
and indeed is awful. It is awful. It is jumpy. It is laggy. Very shoddy. It is not that good at all.
dude.
It's serviceable,
Yeah,
like if you're the only person in the house using it, but
when I
not
lived in Illinois,
not if you have all 4 or 5 people in your house on it.
yeah, when I lived in Illinois, whenever I was setting up the Wi-Fi, it showed me like a map on my phone of all the local T-Mobile cell towers, and it was like, select the nearest one to connect to. Dude, I was literally like 10 feet away from the edge of the service zone for like the nearest tower. If
Mhm.
I lived across the street, I wouldn't have had service from that.
Wow. How good was your service from that one tower though?
Uh, my download speeds were like 15 megabits a second, which is terrible. I mean, I get
Okay.
100
For
now.
the technologically impaired, how terrible is that?
So, I get 100 megabits a second right now, which means uh like a gigabyte file would take like 8 seconds to download. Uh,
Okay.
on my old internet, it would have been like a minute and a half.
I don't know if you've ever heard of Windstream Internet. You heard of them?
Nope.
That might be like a localized thing. Back when I lived in Kentucky, the like I don't know if it's the biggest, but one of the biggest at least internet providers in Eastern Kentucky where I grew up is Windstream, and Windstream is not really that good either. I don't remember. I don't know like its service area. I've not heard of it since I've moved down here, and I've lived here for like 5 years now. Nobody's mentioned it.
Mhm.
So thank God. But Windstream is after. absolutely awful. And I'm gonna see here. Oh, they've since changed the logo since I've had it. That is,
Wow.
I vividly remember the old logo. Yeah, let me see. So across 18 states, I don't know if Tennessee is one of them, but it was not very good at all.
Hmm. I don't know if you noticed, but sometimes when you're talking, I'll do shadow
Let me just
puppets.
go on record and say, oh, it's like whenever I'm going on my long rant, I kind of like look up at the ceiling or I look off into the distance out into space. I don't know why.
Yeah, whenever you're
No
doing a
clue
rant,
why.
I'm sitting here doing this. It's so much fun.
I can't say. Is that a dog? Or is that a rabbit?
I don't know, it's just some kind of an animal.
Or a hand pup? I got the, I got the overhead light on in this RV right now. You can see the back hallway right there leading to
Hell
the
yeah.
bedroom, literally 8 feet behind me.
Dude,
Literally 8 feet behind me.
you can see my fold out couch that I'm not using because I have a chair right here. You can see
Mhm.
my handwritten letter from Jalen thanking me for being a good employee. I love that. I keep that safe right there.
Oh,
And then you can see an empty UPS box. I have no idea what was in there or why I still have it, but it's there. You know what?
I'm currently sitting at the kitchen table.
Let's read this. Let's read my handwritten note from Jalen. Thomas, thank you for all your help
Ah,
every day. Every day you work. You help out always with a kind and willing attitude. I appreciate all of your help. I'm glad to be able to work with you. Jalen plus Sean. Sean signed it at the bottom. I remember Jalen handed this to me. I read it and I went, man, that's great.
ooh.
But it needs Sean's signature too. And Sean was right next to me. He's like, oh, give me a pen. He signed it. Yeah, man, I love that note.
I got,
I miss Jalen so
yeah,
much.
I got mine from Zach. So Zach
Man,
wrote mine.
if you
Mine is
gave me
in my
one,
bedroom right now. I don't have it.
oh no.
I just
Yeah,
lose it.
no. Get up there. Whatever. I'll get that later. I was just saying I keep it
I'd
safe.
love to do an RV.
What?
I'd love to do an RV tour sometime.
There it is.
Pretty inconvenient. I mean, there's like, see, like if I turn this off right here, I'm going. You can still see me, but like not as good. Got the light switch right behind me.
Yeah.
This is the weirdest mirror placement ever. I don't understand the point of having a mirror right here behind the dining room, kitchen area seating. I don't understand it. Mute for a second. Anyway, uh, you have any fun work stories you can share that won't get us in trouble with our employer?
Oh man.
Anything that you've not told me? I feel
I'm
like we need
trying
to
to
get into like a
think.
whole work stories episode. That's like one of the ideas we had originally.
I mean, you're saying something that won't get us in trouble, and I'm like, man, what about the time I know
Yeah,
that'll get us in
not.
trouble? Oh, what about no, that's gonna get us in trouble. Like every time I think of something, I'm like, can't say that one.
There have been like some that would
I got
get us in
one.
trouble, but they're all boring.
There was this
Okay.
guy that works there. He's a red tag. I won't go too into
I don't know.
specifics.
Yeah,
He's short, black
I don't know
hair.
if we're allowed to. I don't know if we're allowed to discuss what the different tags mean.
I don't see why we
I
wouldn't.
don't know if we're allowed to.
I don't think it's not
Okay, so
public
here's a little.
information.
Okay, so here's a little insight. If you ever visit Dollywood and you see different tags, okay, a red tag are 14 to 15-year-olds. Okay, blue tags are 16 to 17-year-olds, and white tag is 18 and above. You are a legal adult. It's 18, of course. White tag are okay if you ever want to, like, complain to them because they know what they're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, don't
Any
like
complaints,
if you
they'll.
have questions or complaints, don't go to a red or blue tag. They have no idea what they're doing. Come to one of us with a white tag.
Now, if they're like a blue tag who's been there for a few years, they should be good. But like,
How is a guest gonna know if they've been there for a few years though? Just don't go there. They probably
ask
don't know
them.
what they're talking about.
What if it's a white tag who's only been there for like 4 months?
You know what? That's still better.
Maybe, could be.
Yeah. Anyways, there's this one specific red tag. Works up top a lot. Kind of a shorter fellow. I was talking to him one time.
Okay.
And he's like, "Man, one time I almost got written up because a guest said I was smoking weed." And I'm like, "Okay." And
Mm-hmm.
he's like, "I don't know what the fuck they were on about, but they went, they're complaining to I forget which team leader he was talking about." He's like, "They said I was behind this game smoking weed." I go, "Well, were you?" And he goes, "Yeah, but they're not supposed to be complaining about that." And I'm like, I think they are."
That's yeah. Like again, like we've mentioned this, we have a lot of interesting people on the payroll at Dollywood,
Yeah, some
specifically
real
in the department
characters.
we're in.
Yeah.
Specifically in the department
We
we're
get
in,
all
a
the
lot of
rejects
interesting
from
characters.
everywhere else.
It's like I show up my first day, I'm like, oh, so this is how it is. Okay, and I'm
Hmm.
just kind of stuck with it.
Yeah, no, like my first day working there, I was like, I'm pretty sure everyone here is a product of incest, on opiates, on meth, drunk. Like I thought everyone there
Except
was
for
like
me.
the worst of the worst, bottom of the barrel of humanity. And that's why I didn't talk to anyone for like 2 months. And then eventually you guys
Mm.
just broke me, and I was like, all right, you guys are just degenerates like I am. I can mingle with you guys. That's fine. I
And like
still,
again, like
go ahead.
I remember like your first day that I was there, I didn't talk to you. Second day, we got paired up in a game, games next to it. I don't know if am I supposed to say we're in games? Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, cat's out of the bag. We're in games.
I think
I get
we've
put in a
I
game
think
right
we've
next
said
to
it
you.
quite a few times already.
Oh, maybe. Anyway,
Not
I
just in
get put
this
in a game right
podcast,
next to
but in like
you.
every podcast we've ever made, we've mentioned Warren Games.
Uh, yeah, but we get put in one next to each other. I think you were at Balloon Pop, and I was at Toss Across or something like that.
Yeah, I was at Balloon Pop
And we
the
just
first like 4 days.
start talking, and we just
Was it really day two for me,
start
or like soon? I see.
talking.
I was
It
thinking
might have
about
been
this
at like
earlier this morning. I literally wrote this down because I wanted to ask you on the show. When the hell did we start talking? Because I don't remember.
it was like sometime within your first week or two. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it had to
I
have
remember like
been.
the first like one or two, maybe three, somewhere around those. The first few times at least I saw you, we didn't really talk much. But then one of the fourth or fifth days, I think you and me had days together. We just started talking about something.
Yeah, that
I
sounds
realized
about
like,
right.
oh, so he is pretty cool.
You
That's
know
sort of like
what?
he is
No, you
pretty
know
cool.
what? I think it was like when Boat came over and we both started talking to him that
Hmm.
you and me started talking a
Right.
lot more.
Yeah. Again, a shout out to Boat. I know we've already had
Oh
one
yeah,
before, but a double shout out to Boat. We love Boat.
dude. You know what? I think we got to shout out to Jikistan and Boat on every episode.
Every episode, we got to somehow, some way, find a way to mention them.
Yeah, man, I love
And
Busashi.
Ryu too. Shout out Ryu too.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. And Sude,
He,
dude, Sude was awesome.
yeah, she was. I didn't talk
I
to her
miss
much, but
working
she
with.
was chill.
Yeah, I never talked to her really, but I miss working with her. I gotta
Like I
remind
think this
myself
year's
to.
batch was
Oh, you were frozen in a really funny
this
position. I was
year's.
like, I gotta screenshot that for later.
Yeah, but really good batch of J1s this year.
Yeah, fantastic. Way better than the ones I worked with at
Now
the go kart track I worked at last year. Holy fuck, those
mm,
those guys were terrible. It was
you
like
worked at a
all.
go kart track.
Yeah, I worked at a go kart track for like 2.5 months, dude, and like I was one of like three white guys there, and all the rest of them were J1s from Jamaica.
Jamaica.
Yeah.
I did not know they did J1s from Jamaica. I thought it was
It might be a different
Like
program, or it might be called something different, but it's the same kind of
all
program.
South America or Asia or whatever.
No,
Wait,
most of
where
them
where
come from
is
Jamaica.
where is Jamaica? Is that
You,
what
you,
continent is that on? I don't know.
you don't know where Jamaica is?
I don't know the exact geography of it. No.
It's a Caribbean island.
Okay, there we go. The only thing I know about Jamaica is weed and Bob Marley.
I think
That's
that's
all I know
pretty
about
much
Jamaica
all
is
anyone knows
weed and
about
Bob Marley.
Jamaica. That's
Yeah,
like the two things they're known for.
yeah, yeah. Weed and Jamaican celebrities. Like the only Jamaican celebrity I know
Is
is
Bob
Bob
Marley?
Marley.
Yeah.
I, yeah. Oh yeah, and his son. His son. He had a son that had like that one song with Bruno Mars.
Hmm.
Yeah, did you hear a word I said?
No, not after Bruno Mars' son.
Okay, it's Bob Marley's son. Is what I was saying.
Yeah.
And he had a song with Bruno Mars.
Oh yeah, I just realized I said Bruno Mars' son. That does. Yeah, no. Yeah, Bob Marley's
No,
son.
no, Bob Marley's son had a song with Bruno Mars, and it was all right. It's
Yeah.
okay. In my opinion, the worst song from that album, but there was not a bad song on that entire album. Here's a little thing to mention. Not Bob Marley, dang it. Bruno Mars's debut album, right? He had a song with
Yeah.
Damian Marley, and then he had a song on there with B.O.B. and CeeLo Green
Yeah. That was huge.
on his first album. His first album had, Grenade, had Talking to the Moon, Marry You, like greatest debut album in music history, and I will die on that hill. I will defend that to the grave. Bruno Mars had the greatest debut album ever.
Mm. Gotta disagree.
All right, who's your pick?
The Slim Shady LP,
Okay, that's
dude.
that's up there too. That's way
It
up
had
there.
the first Bad Meets Evil with Royce da 5'9". All right. It had uh fuck what was the really big song off that? Was it the real? No, the real Slim Shady was the Marshall Mather LP, right?
I can check
Um,
right now if you want me to. I can check
man,
the entire.
yeah, I can't remember every song on there right now, but I just know
My
that
name is.
yeah, my name is that's it, yeah. But like every single song on that album is a banger.
Bro, that was 20 songs and it runs like 59 minutes. He had like a lot of them are skits and stuff, but
There's like two
20
skits.
tracks.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll count the skits right now. There's one,
maybe
two,
three.
three,
There's like three in
yeah,
an outro,
four,
right? Yeah.
four. Dope, lounge, yeah, four.
Yeah, I
He
mean,
had a lot,
still
a
17 tracks
lot of
spanning an
bangers on the
hour.
album.
Yeah.
Well, 16 because there's four skits.
Oh yeah. I can't count. Look, Monica, when she still worked there, the first time she asked me to do inventory, she asked me if I knew how to count. I said I could count to 12. I wasn't lying. I can count to 12. I didn't tell her I could count higher than that. And I can't do it too accurately, but I can get to 12, goddammit.
Oh man, do you want to give us a counting lesson for our
Yeah,
viewers?
yeah. So you gotta start. Well, it depends where you're starting, really, because, like, depending where you're starting, you might not have anything to count, so you might have zero. But if you have something to start counting with, then you'd have one. So, like, I got one weed pen, I got two weed pens, I got three weed
Oh,
pens, I got, I got a couple more. Uh,
no way.
shit, my mouse cord's tangled up in the box. I got, uh, 4 and 5. I got 6. I got 7. I got 8. I got 9. I got 10. I got 11. I got 12. That's not a cart. I got 12. That's all I got. See, I told you I could count to 12.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I
Perfect.
got there. I got to 12,
That
man.
eventually you did.
Yeah. Who would have thunk it?
Not me.
Me neither, dude. I thought I was gonna stop at like 6. I didn't think I had that many. That's crazy. Why am I still holding that one?
I don't know if I should be concerned or impressed.
Oh,
No
and
clue if I should be
then
concerned or impressed.
I got a what is that, like a half ounce of crumble there. I got it's like an ounce of what's that shit? Distillate. Another ounce of distillate. My camera is propped up on an ounce of distillate right now. I've got probably 2 grams of HHC there. That was like 5. I got like another like gram left of HHC in that one. That was like a 5 gram jar. I got uh I got some liquid diamonds. I got like a gram of those. I got whatever that is.
Uh,
I don't know. I'm scared of that.
this is all gibberish to me.
I got what is that? Oh, I got some batter. You can't really see it, but yeah, I got a lot of weed. Oh wait, hold on. I got one more. Let me grab it. I got a bag of weed right here. There's weed right there. Ah, shit, yeah. Yeah, I got a lot.
Wow. Wow. That's
Speaking of which, before the episode, you saw me fiddling around with some jars, and where's my camera? I scooped up a pretty big dab. I mean, it's not that big, but I figured I'd take it on the show. It's smaller than the ones I
oh
normally
boy.
like. I normally take ones that are like 3 or 4 times that size, but I figured I want to be able to talk for
Mhm.
the next 2 hours, so I'm gonna make it like
Right.
manageable. So if you want to talk to
Okay.
these fellas for about 2 minutes, I'm gonna be doing this. You're either not gonna be able to hear me, or there's gonna be a subtle noise like blowing over me. Anyways,
Okay. Is that a blowtorch?
yeah,
Or is that like a Bunsen burner?
it's a blowtorch. Can you hear it?
I vaguely
Okay. Well, that's good. I thought it'd be like really loud. I thought you like wouldn't be able to hear me at all.
like
But
little. Okay, so while Thomas is doing that, I figure I can attempt to give you all an RV tour. I'm gonna bring my phone camera, not phone camera, but phone flashlight with me. So I'll bring y'all up front to start. We got uh seat area right here. You know, the front. Y'all are sitting in the passenger seat right now. Uh, Honestly, no clue if anybody's in the driveway. I don't think so anymore. Yeah, got average stuff steering wheel. It's got a backup cam up here. Take y'all to the living area. We got a seat. We got a couch. I can set y'all right here. Look at that. Look at this setup. How's this look, Tommy?
not as good
Beautiful,
as the
right?
last setup. I think the original one's better.
Yeah.
Dude, look at
Okay.
that.
Anyway,
Look at
up
that.
up
It is
here, up
red
here.
hot. It is literally glowing. Anyways.
Y'all see this behind me? Y'all see this screen behind me? That's a TV.
Oh hell
Working
yeah.
satellite TV. Moving on.
Dude,
Kitchen.
satellite? Dude, that's fancy. Oh, we lost you, Landy boy.
I mean, it's gonna change depending on where we are.
Wait, hold
Here's,
on.
huh?
What model is your microwave? I want to see if it's the same as mine. It looks just
Uh,
like mine.
it is a Samsung microwave.
Damn it, mine's a Sylvia.
Anyway, right here we got a dining room table. Right there is where I'm sitting when I'm recording this episode. For anybody who's aware, I'm not gonna take you to the bathroom. Really cramped up, but here's the bathroom door, shower door right across from each other. Where's the light switch for here? Right here, bedroom. There's a RV tour going right now. I can fit inside of this cabinet right here.
Let's see it.
Most likely, I don't know. I've never got it. I don't know where I'm gonna.
You're muted. Hell yeah. Oh my god. There's us! There's us! Landy boy, you're on mute. Someone screenshot that right there. Landy boy's looking sexy as fuck in that freeze frame.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. I have no clue what happened there, but yeah, I fit inside that cabinet apparently.
You probably just hit whatever the toggle key is for mute before you set us down.
Yeah, whenever I was putting my headset down, I about pulled the laptop down with it. So
That happens.
just realized I left my shoes sitting in the bedroom. I'm gonna take y'all with me to put my slides back on. It'll take like a second. Okay, so how are you feeling after your hit, Tommy?
Fantastic, Landy boy. In
Feeling
fact,
pure
I feel so good.
jubilation.
I feel so good that I'm gonna hit my pen to celebrate.
Oh.
Oh shit. Never mind. I was gonna do the bong technique, but this shit's a little clogged. I gotta suck hard. There we go.
So what now?
So I got a bong with no water in it, and then I got my cart in the downstem, and when I hit it, it fills this with smoke, and then it comes out here, and it's colder, so I can take a bigger hit more comfortably.
Okay. That's interesting. Again, this is all gibberish to me. I don't know what any of that means. I'm really enjoying the absolute show of you just like holding a toy camper upside down. That's quite intriguing. And you're taking. I don't know if this is something we're gonna have to censor on the actual broadcast version of this or not, but
I'm not censoring shit. I'm gonna take this video.
okay.
I'm gonna edit it so that you can't see the search bar at the bottom because full screen doesn't clip that out for some reason. And that's it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm literally just gonna like fill the screen with the cameras, and that's it. That we'll get
Okay.
better eventually. This is all we need right now. It's fine.
We might have a studio eventually.
Oh, we will. For
Maybe
sure.
in like maybe around like episode 5 or 600.
Landy boy. I have full
Which,
permission
by
to
the way,
build a
yeah.
house on this property here that my grandparents own, and I fully intend to do
Really?
so. When I build that house, it's gonna have a studio in it. There's gonna be a room
Okay.
dedicated to just recording, and we will 100% have a podcast in there.
Oh, all right, all right. Is it going to be colored with the, or I guess I'd say painted with the colors of the Tajik flag?
It
Or as
is
we like to
now.
refer to it, the Tajiki flag.
Every
Because I
wall,
feel like it
no,
would blend in.
all four walls, ceiling and floor are Tajikistan flags, painted.
Ah! It's going to be great. Gonna have like shells, like Tajiki KFC bucket eventually. Have our all the different props and inside
We'll have a
jokes that
neon
we've
Tajikistan flag.
collected over the years. Yeah. Man, we gotta have like a show hall of fame. Like just notable people we've interviewed or called.
Mm-hmm.
I nominate the first inductee be the KFC girl from episode 6. I feel like she's going to the Unqualified Hall of Fame for sure.
Yeah, first spot, dude. If we ever get famous enough that either she sees this, or if by some miracle we find out who that is, we're going places.
We gotta bring her on.
Yeah, it has
Gotta
to
bring
be
her
a
on the
guest.
show,
Has to 100% be a guest.
bro. When are we bringing Sean on here for an episode?
I talked to him about it today. Just I don't know, whenever he's not with his girlfriend or kid or grandma,
Mhm.
which is like every day.
Yes, he's a busy man,
Yeah.
very busy man. He'll be on a college football game with me and Jalen sometimes. His girlfriend's over, and just like in between, us talking to him, we can hear him talking to his girlfriend about something. I don't know
Hmm.
what his girlfriend's name is, but shout out to her and shout out to Sean both. We give too many shout outs, but screw it. It is what it
Yeah,
is.
we can't give enough shout outs. Our influence is never ending.
Yeah. Hey, another shout out to Tajikistan then. One more shout out to Tajikistan.
Oh yeah. Huge shout out to
I was gonna
Tajikistan.
say I was gonna say, when are we gonna go to Tajikistan?
Whenever it's financially
What's
viable.
the cost of visiting for an American? Yeah, what is the
Well, we
cost
looked
of
up
it for an American? I've
the
got
flights
my
are like
phone somewhere.
3,500 bucks a person. So like immediately we're talking
Where's my
7 grand just
phone?
to. So we're immediately talking
I have no
seven
clue where my
grand
phone is.
just to get there.
Here
As
it
far
is.
as staying in
Right.
Tajikistan, it can't be that expensive. If we lived, I'll say, within reason, I think a week in Tajikistan could cost $100. If we wanted to have a nice week
If
in Tajikistan, I think we're spending 500-600 bucks.
right, but that's on top of like plane tickets and hotel costs too.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm including hotel costs into that. I don't think they cost very much over there. I haven't done the
But
research, but I can't imagine that a week in
uh,
Tajikistan costs more than like 40 US dollars.
I've been on a TikTok rabbit hole these past few days. Like this dude who travels to like different countries, makes content for a living. That's pretty much his job.
Mm-hmm.
Like a haircut for like $1, street street vendors selling stuff for like
I'm
one or
gonna
two dollars,
pause you
if
right
that.
there. For the last
Okay.
30 seconds, I've seen you talking, but there has been no sound.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, you said so. There's this guy on YouTube that goes all around the world, and then it just
Oh,
went silent. That
okay. So
was
his
this.
job basically is going around, different countries, making content.
Okay.
So his name is uh, Ken Abroad, Ken space Abroad. I love this guy. He's German, speaks fluent English, and he just travels around the world making videos. And I got into a rabbit hole of his Pakistan videos, and stuff in Pakistan is cheap, extremely cheap
I
whenever
saw
you
a video
convert to
from
American
Pakistan
currency.
today. I saw a video. It was this American dude traveling in Pakistan, and the shop owner
Mm,
or like restaurant owner like pulls him in. And he's like, "Hey, come try this stuff." And he just like gives him like a full meal. He's like, "That's it, thank you." He's like, "Oh, how much?" He's like, "Nah,
mm-hmm,
it's fine. Get out of here." I
mm-hmm.
was like, "Man, that's
I wonder
pretty
if it's
cool."
like the only payment they want is a handshake or something. Is that the
Yeah,
same
it might have
video I
been.
saw?
Yeah.
Yeah, the only payment they accept is a firm handshake.
Hmm.
Like, I want to try some like some authentic like Pakistan or Tajiki food or something like that, somewhere from like Asia, just because.
Yeah. I, I feel like we look at their palates as like really basic, but when you think about it,
Right.
like they eat some pretty healthy stuff. They're mostly just
Yeah.
eating animals over there. Like almost everything is some sort of like fried meat or like cooked meat in some way.
Yeah,
Like they eat like pretty lean
but
over
no
there.
cows. But no cows,
No, no, they don't.
because apparently
They don't eat pigs. Cows are good.
eating cows is a crime against humanity. That's mainly India. That's mainly India that doesn't eat cows.
Yeah, no. The Middle
For
East
some
though,
reason,
like
they worship
the
cows.
Muslims don't eat pigs.
Yeah, yeah, they won't eat meat, but they'll go ahead and marry a 9-year-old over there in, like, the Saudi Arabian area, the UAE, all those Muslim countries.
You know, I say some pretty horrific stuff. I don't got a defense for that. I think it's kind of weird. No, I think it's weird, straight up. I'll agree with you on that one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. My senior year, I took a public speaking. Well, it was like 2 in 1. It's like Mondays and Wednesdays, I think, was psychology, and then Tuesdays and Thursdays was speech. It's like a dual credit uh, high school college class in one, right? And in this speech class, we were learning one around the world. And this professor has the balls to show us a picture of a Middle Eastern child wedding of this like 50-year-old dude, marrying off with a like 10-year-old little girl, and it was just like disturbing. It's like I know we say some downright awful things, but I agree with you. Like there are certain things that you and I both like be like, no, that's too far.
Hmm.
Awful.
Yo, speaking of cows,
I don't understand why they do it.
speaking of cows,
Mm,
shout out cows. I drink at least a quarter gallon of milk every day.
hmm
This is a quarter gallon right here. I drank one of these before I went to work, and I'm drinking one now. I love milk. It's the best liquid on earth.
Shout out cows. I love steak.
Yeah, factual steak, awesome. Dude, beef ribs?
I love
Dude,
I love burgers.
underrated. Beef ribs are fantastic.
Ooh, ribs, bro. Beef
Dude,
ribs are
man,
exquisite.
like man, every part of the cow is good. Honestly, I was thinking of that like Hank Hill diagram of like the animal where he's showing Bobby, and I'm thinking of all the parts, and I'm like, man,
Hmm
I just like all of those.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
You ever seen
shout out cows for
that
tasting
thing
so
PETA
good.
does? You ever seen that thing
Oh,
PETA does where they put
yeah,
stickers on the stuff in the store? It'd be like, my name was, Luis or something. And it'd be like, if you knew that, would you still eat me?
dude,
It's
have you
like
seen
PETA
that
is so
thing?
weird.
Have you seen that thing PETA does, where they pretend to care about animals, and then they kill more animals than
Hmm
every kill shelter on Earth combined every year? Yeah, crazy man.
Yeah. Okay, so how how well versed are you with like basic baseball terminology? Just like, do you know what the term bullpen is in
Nope.
baseball? Okay, so the
What the
bullpen
fuck is
basically is where all the
baseball?
backup. Okay, so for anybody out of the loop, in baseball, the bullpen is basically where all the backup pitchers, the people who throw the ball for the people to hit it. The pitcher, right? All the backups and stuff stay in this place called the bullpen. It's a separate area, completely enclosed off from the field. That's where they like warm up. That's where they stay and watch the game. And whenever it's their time to come in, that's where they run out from. That's where all the pitchers stay, right? So PETA was like, "Oh no, no, no! Bullpen is offensive. That is a very bad term." So PETA starts a petition, and I just want you to guess. What do you think they wanted to rename the bullpen to? Take any guess.
I'm suffering side effects of marijuana, by which I mean short-term memory loss. Can you remind me of what a bullpen is?
So, again, for Thomas's sake, in baseball, do you know who the pitcher is?
Yeah.
Okay, the pitcher
Okay.
throws the ball, right?
Sometimes, yeah.
All, all the backup pitchers, as in Yeah, as in the ones who are not playing currently in that game, all the backup pitchers will stay in the bullpen in an enclosed off area separate from the field where they can all like warm up and just watch the game. Okay? So
Okay,
PETA
like a
wants to
dugout, but
rename
for
the
pitchers.
bullpen. Basically speaking, yeah.
Gotcha, gotcha. You should have just said
So
that. That would have made
PETA, a
so
few
much
years
more
back,
sense.
yeah.
Well, all right.
Anyway, a few years back, PETA's like, okay, we're offended by the
I
term
got that part. I
bullpen.
got that part. I remember that. All right.
Position the
I'm
name to
I'm
be.
ready to guess. Well, okay. Did they want to change it completely, or does it still involve an animal? That's the only hint I need.
Uh, I guess in a less broad sense, it's still connected to animals.
What?
That
Okay.
makes sense.
Let me think. Let me think. PETA wants a less animal related, but still related to animal name for the bullpen.
Right, so it doesn't have the name of an animal in it anymore. Okay. I need to say it's still called the bullpen. PETA was unsuccessful because PETA is never
I
successful with
know.
anything they
I'm
do.
trying to. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. Let me process thoughts. Talk to them about other stuff right
Okay,
now while I'm meditating of what PETA would come up with.
okay, okay. Uh, I just want to
I've
continue to
got it.
say, PETA, I understand what they do, but
The animal
oh, here
playpen.
the arm barn.
What the
Cause
fuck?
the pitchers, cause the pitchers use their arms to throw the
Oh
ball.
my god.
Barn because animal. Yeah, PETA honestly kind of retarded. I don't understand why they would change the name of something that's been in existence for over 100 years at this point.
I thought of like a
But
dozen
yeah, they're like,
different
oh,
names and picked the
bullpen is
worst one.
offensive.
I picked the worst name
It's
I
like
could come up with, and
bullpen is offensive.
it was still better than what
Bullpen.
PETA came up with. That sucks. I want to try something really quick. Hold on. Oh no, you can't see me. Hold on. What if?
Are you still wearing your? Are you still wearing
Don't
your
worry
work
about it.
shirt?
Don't worry about it. Or why are you just noticing? If, why won't that
I'm
stand up?
not just noticing, but I'm just now bringing it up.
Fine. If I put it there. All right, but then the light. Hold
Oh,
on. I think this works.
yo,
We get some hand movements in here.
okay,
You
Tom. I
know,
think you can talk for like 30. You know,
30
I think you can
seconds.
talk for like 30 seconds. I take my obligatory. I gotta take my obligatory like episode pee break, and because the bathroom in here can't run right now because it's winterized, I gotta step outside and walk to the other side of the RV.
Gotcha, gotcha. Okay,
Like 30 seconds, just kind of like keep them entertained.
I
Say thank
gotcha.
you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm not quite sure why I decided on the change of scenery. Cause, well, no, I do know why. So when I was looking at the camera, it was at this weird level where, like, every time I looked this way, it made my face look weird. If I was looking this way, it looked fine, but when I looked over here, it, like, did this weird proportion in my face. And I fucking hated it. But I, I guess it's fine now. I, I don't know. Uh, I mean, my eyes look weird because I'm high as fuck. But at least I don't look weird when I'm looking over here. Plus, I got my hands now. See, I don't kind of like bring my hands up here to do something. I can just like, you know, I use my hands a lot when I talk. Like I'll be like, "Do you remember that time?" And oh, hey, there's Landy Boy. All right, what's up? That was.
What did I what did I miss?
Oh, I was just talking about the reason I changed the angle like this is when I was sitting down here, I was like at a weird angle with the camera because it was kind of angled up, so it was doing this weird proportion thing with my face. And every time I looked over and I saw myself, it did this like weird like it just didn't look like me, and it kept like I don't know. I just felt weird looking at it, but I couldn't think about how to change it. So I was like, what if I just sit
Right.
on top of my chair? So I
What if
did that, and then it kind of worked because now I feel like it's at a better angle because it's kind of staring straight at me. So if I'm like looking around,
if
it
I
doesn't look weird. Plus, when I was down here, okay, shit, my cord's getting tangled up. When I was down here, I didn't have my hands available to me, right? Like I had to like bring them up by my face
right.
if I wanted to like do something because I'm a very animated person. But now with this
Yeah.
here and I'm up here, I can
To
use
say
my
the least.
hands. This is amazing. I
Huh.
got full physical and vocal expression now. This is fantastic. I can 100% get out all of my points.
It's like you're more of like a hand motion kind of guy. I'm more of like, the head motion and
Yeah,
voice inflection type of guy if I'm explaining stuff. I don't know if you've picked up on that, but like there's certain
I
things I'll
have.
do like, like I just caught myself doing it just then. Like I'll change inflection or move my head or something to explain because like I'm not really using my hands because the angle I'm at. But yeah, I move my head a lot. I don't know if that's, I don't know what that says about me, but that's my way of things.
I want someone to take that little head tilt you did and make a troll face out of it. Cause it was like your face had the perfect like beginning of the troll face. If someone extended your mouth out, it would work so good.
Is that an insult or a
No,
compliment or both?
no, you're a fantastic looking man, Landon. All right. I mean, let's
Oh,
not
you
get
sly dog.
let's not get obfuscated here. You're quite a looker.
You
But
sly dog,
just something about the way you looked in that moment. It was
Mm-hmm.
it was perfect to start making a troll face out of it, and I think it would look even better like that. You know.
You know what I need to do? Sometime, this is unrelated, but you know what I need to do sometime when I'm recording an episode out in this RV? I need to have a DoorDash or a pizza or something delivered to the RV. Just see what the
Oh,
driver
you know what
says.
you gotta do? Say
I'll
I'm
I'll
in
end
the
up
RV.
I'll end up
Come in and
positioning
deliver
the
it to me.
yeah say or if they don't feel comfortable on camera. Okay, I won't say that. That's a little mean, but like if they don't want to step up inside, I'll just like position it like this so you can see the door. You can see me walk over there and be like, "Hey, thanks for the food." Yeah, blah 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 blah. I can always tell them like the RV's unlocked. Just step in here.
Yeah, you should. Have it pointed straight at him and be like,
Next,
"And our guest for the Unqualified show, episode whatever, this random pizza delivery
my
driver, my Uber Eats driver, my
he'd be like
DoorDasher."
my be like my DoorDasher, Rick.
Yeah, dude, that could be legendary. Unfortunately, they don't deliver to my area, so I can't do that.
That bro, Rick in this situation will go into the unqualified hockey school. What's that?
The Unqualified Hall of Fame?
Yeah, okay. What do you say
Oh,
about it? You kind
unfortunately,
of cut out for
DoorDash and Uber Eats and all them don't deliver to my area, so I can't do this. But if you did it, that would be legendary.
the what's like. I live pretty close to a you know bunch of restaurants, so I'm able to get DoorDash easily.
I live on the side of a mountain in the middle of fucking nowhere. I'm Ted Kaczynski in this
I
bitch.
uh I am probably one of the main things keeping Dairy Queen's DoorDash empire in my area afloat. I order a lot of Dairy Queen. I have listen.
Why?
Here's the thing. I'm gonna give a shout out. Huh? I love Dairy
Why?
Queen.
What? They're
You ever had a
so
chicken strip
mid.
basket from Dairy Queen with like the? You ever had a Dairy Queen chicken strip basket with gravy?
No.
You have not lived, bro. Dairy Queen chicken strips and gravy. Hear me out. Exquisite, lovely. You know what else is lovely? McDonald's breakfast. Okay. So
Yes.
recently, my sister just got out of school for the semester, right?
Mhm.
Uh, so she's until January she doesn't go back to school. So I'm like, hey, for your first day back, whatever, do you want some like McDonald's breakfast? I'll order it tomorrow morning. She's like, yeah, sure. So I let her put her order in. I put my order in. She gets a chicken biscuit. I get a steak, egg, and cheese biscuit. Which, by the way, if you've not had the steak biscuits from McDonald's, try one,
Hold
please.
up. Hold up. You're going to McDonald's for breakfast.
Mhm.
You're not getting the big breakfast platter?
I didn't feel like getting a big breakfast that morning. That's typically one of my
Okay.
go-tos that I throw in rotation. It just felt like a steak biscuit that morning.
I don't eat fast
Anyway,
food at all.
so and
But if I'm getting McDonald's, that's what I'm getting.
anyway, to continue, and I get us each a hash brown, get us each a drink. So the order's supposed to be two biscuits, two drinks, two hash browns. I open the bag up, I find two hash browns, two drinks, and three biscuits. Now the receipt though only says two biscuits. Did they just give us a free sausage biscuit?
Yeah,
Shout out to the local McDonald's. I'm not gonna say the city, but
I could. I'm not going to though, cause
shout
fuck
out to my McDonald's.
McDonald's.
What's up,
Fuck McDonald's.
bro?
I got
What's
beef
the
with them.
McDonald's order you told me about? Do you wanna share your go-to order that you
Hold.
shared with me the one time?
I'm gonna put every single person that ever watches this on right the fuck now. Go to
Ah,
McDonald's. Look, it's gonna be embarrassing the first time you order this. Go to the same McDonald's every time if you have a good experience. If they don't make it, find another
right.
one that makes this. When you find the one that makes this and they're like happy about it, keep going back to that one every time you want this. Order a double cheeseburger. If you want pickles and onions, that's fine. I don't like them, so I'd say no pickles, no onions. And then say I want mayonnaise on both buns. Well, okay, no,
Okay.
hold on. Before you do this, go up to the window and say, "This is a very complicated order. I need you to write it down." And they're gonna go, "Okay."
Oh.
Hold on. They're gonna pull out a big strip of receipt paper, and get a pen, and they're gonna start writing. Go. I want a double cheeseburger, no pickles, no onions. I want mayonnaise on both the buns, and then take a McChicken patty, put ketchup on both sides of it, put that
Oh.
between the cheeseburger patties, and put a slice of cheese on the McChicken. Then get a large sweet tea, no ice, 8 creams.
No ice?
Yeah, ice has mold on it. They don't clean their ice makers enough.
Oh, oh. See, I've not tried the order yet, but I'd love to. I'd want to try it so bad.
It's the single best thing in fast food history.
Remember they had long
See,
time ago on the secret menus,
yeah,
supposedly the land, sea, and air burger. You ever heard of that? Where I had like a McChicken patty, a burger patty, and the fish fillet patty, I guess you could say.
I heard that was called the McGangbang, but
No, land, sea, and air. Because, land, burger, sea
yeah, that
is
makes
the
sense.
fish fillet, and the air is the chicken. It's called the land, sea, and air burger.
Yeah,
At least that's what I remember being called.
I
Which
mean that was
who
the
goes to
official name,
McDonald's
but
and
yeah.
orders a fish fillet? Yeah.
Yeah, they're disgusting.
Who orders a fish fillet from McDonald's? And it's like, I mean, shout out to, I don't know if it's the one he was referring to, but shout out to Kanye and Jay-Z
Oh,
for that one lyric from
Jay
what
Z.
you order? What you order? Fish fillet
Jay Z. Shout out Jay Z.
from oh.
Shout out Jay Z, huh? You're gonna say that on our podcast, Landon? Do you want to take that back? Do you want to
Okay,
unshout out Jay Z?
I take that back and I take that back and I specifically shout out Watch the Throne, Jay-Z.
Thank you. Thank you.
For what you order? Fish fillet
Wait.
from
That happened after 2000. It happened in 2000.
oh, The Throne was 2011.
Yeah.
So okay, just shout out Kanye
Yeah,
then.
exactly.
Shout out
I mean,
Kanye
he
for
said
that
some stuff.
that
Who cares? Shout out Kanye.
verse.
Yeah, we can't shout out Jay Z though.
What you
We're
order?
not. We're not associated with Jay Z or Diddy
Like,
in any way.
even though we mentioned Diddy Chess and Rule, I mean,
Okay.
episode 1.
It's funny to make games kind of sexual and call them Diddy whatever because it's a meme. Everyone thinks it's funny.
Right.
It's not funny to be associated with Sean P. Diddy himself.
Yeah, I mean, I still don't know every single detail. I just know that it's really, really, really messed up.
If you see a black guy associated with P. Diddy that makes rap music, he's fucking him in the ass. With baby oil and 784 different dildos.
What are your thoughts on the whole 1,000 bottles of baby oil thing where they raided his house?
It was 1,002-gallon bottles of baby oil. He said
Yeah, that was.
Costco had a sale on it. Costco said, "We don't sell baby oil."
Mm,
Do you think he just called up Johnson & Johnson and was like, "Hey, 2,000 gallons, send it over. No questions asked."
he's like, I'm rich, I can afford it.
Yeah, why not?
He's like, I'll pay whatever you want, just give it to me.
Right?
Which
It's only 2,000
there's no
gallons.
way he needed that many. There's no way he needed that many.
Well, if you think about it, I mean, he's what, 50? He's probably
Right.
planning to spend the next 30 years going at it, 30 years times 20 guys, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, times like a gallon an hour because it wears off pretty quick on satin bed sheets. That's, a few years.
If I had pen and paper, I'd be writing all the values down and keeping track of them. But oh well.
Yeah, that'd be way too hard to calculate, but I mean, that's like a couple of years worth, maybe a decade. He's gonna have to order more at some point.
Maybe.
Or he would have if he wasn't, incarcerated.
Yeah. I'd love to know what his first day in jail was like, just like how they're reacting to him.
Oh, we know. They all hate him. He's scared. He's hiding in a cell. He's not eating much at all, and he's constantly complaining about the conditions. Which, surprise, surprise, it's prison. It's not supposed to be nice.
Yeah. You ever seen like European? I think it's like Sweden specifically prisons where it's like they treat it like a luxury.
Yeah, they
There's
have like
another Sweden
TVs and
where
Xboxes, and like they can go outside.
they have their own yard, pretty much each of them.
Mhm.
Like how is that a punishment?
Well, I mean that's for like low tier crimes. That's like, you stole someone's purse or like you
Yeah,
like I don't know, petty stuff that gets you barely in prison.
trying to go on a mess. You're trying to go pocket spree then with me?
See, here's the
Fly over to
thing.
that country, just live in luxury.
Listen up. You and me need to go to LA from
Mm-hmm.
see, okay, it's hard to say how deep we need to go into this. There's a
Right.
possibility that we would need to wear full masks, carry no bags or anything, and
Oh,
just walk straight out of the airport and just into LA and just start stealing as much as possible. You know, let's say we hit some like six figure sums, there would be a massive manhunt, and that's potentially the only way
right.
that we could ever conceal our identities. I don't think we're gonna go that far into it though. However, in LA, um, any theft under $950 is a misdemeanor, otherwise known as a ticketable offense, otherwise known as something that does not matter at all. So if we just go to
Right.
LA, find all the good stores to loot, and just loot all the good shit, keep it under 950. I mean,
Oh,
we could make out like some bandits with some cool stuff, ship it back home, and then like, it's free. I would
that's
think
gonna be the plot of the final Fast and Furious movie.
that's gonna be the plot of the final episode of this podcast.
That's how we go out.
That's episode
Like
1000.
episode one, like
And
10
then
years
we,
from now, probably. Well,
well,
I do the
a
math.
couple years from now, and then
It's probably
and then 10 years after that,
no,
we'll come
that's
back
probably
and
actually like yeah, 5 or 6 years from now.
yeah, and then 10 years after that, we'll come back and make
The
episode
return.
1001, 1002, 1003.
Just like nothing ever happened.
Yeah, we'll just pick up where we left off and just like, so we had to
I
take a break for a little while. You can guess why if you watched episode 1000. We're back.
we we've been stuck in the California legal system.
Yeah, Kamala Harris did not help us out. Robert Brown, he said
Oh
he'd
man.
help me if I sucked him off. I sucked him off. He didn't help me. Just like Kamala.
Man, I'm still wondering, like, we can record like a podcast episode in Tajikistan, or is it going to be a
Oh yeah,
vlog episode, our
both,
first ever
both.
vlog?
Oh,
Or,
for the first
or are
ever,
you
dude.
trying to
We're
do
gonna
a?
we're gonna do so many vlogs before we go to Tajikistan.
I was about to say, do you want to do a vlog number one at Dollywood? Are we allowed to record that? Or say it's working as long as there's nobody in the frame?
Yeah, I believe so.
I could, we may have to consult with one of our leads.
No, because then they'd get some inkling that we're doing something online, and then they might look for it.
Fair point.
You
Fair
never
point.
know.
Yeah.
I don't want them to be like,
But
guys,
just
what's
say,
this podcast you're running? Pull us into the office of Jonathan. That'd be terrifying.
oh, I mean, I think someday after we're both gone, like from there, we need to invite one of our old leads on for an interview, just for kicks and giggles, see what they would say about it.
Jalen.
Hey, Jalen and Sean in a double feature
Yeah, that'd be a great episode.
episode.
Dude,
Do
oh,
any of them know the story of your first time meeting Sean?
no.
You've not told them the story of how you
I've
thought Sean was
literally only told you and Sean.
Oh, okay, so Sean knows, but Jalen doesn't. Okay.
I mean, Jalen might. I don't know if
Well,
Sean told him.
now you've told the entire audience of four now, so
Yeah. No, five. Five.
fair play. Yeah, but you got, well, technically three. You gotta think two of those five are us.
Oh, yeah. Alright, three. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, well, all three. Wait, who is the third subscriber? Do you know? Because
No
obviously I
idea.
am on my channel. You are on your
I
channel, I
can't.
assume.
I can't look.
Who is number three? Who
I
is
can't
number
look.
three?
It doesn't
You
show me.
can't?
No.
I'm sure I could check like my subscriber. But
It
you
shows
should be able
me
to check.
it shows me most recent subscribers, and it's just you and me. It doesn't show me who the third one is, and I can't like look at like a list.
Because on like my personal channel, I've got 5.
I have like 73 on mine. I used to post a lot though. Like
Okay, can you?
like
Oh, can
80%
you
of my
not?
videos
Okay,
are
you cannot
private.
check apparently on the app. Oh, ooh. Okay, we need to see some of those.
I don't know if the Killer
I'm
Clowns
surprised they still have the
videos are up.
login for it.
I don't know if the
I was doing like a,
yeah, those are
I was doing a
those went viral.
bit of a deep dive, watching a few videos.
Yeah.
I watched how to do a front flip. I watched
I did that for a school project.
a few of your vlogs. Yeah, I did a few of your vlogs. By the way, you look exactly how I would have expected you to look back then
Oh,
when you were like, 12.
I hate how I looked back then.
Not you. I mean, but other than that, you've not really changed that much. I have changed quite a bit from the time I was, 10, 11 years old.
I mean, I definitely changed a lot.
Considerably.
My jaw's got a lot like more angular.
Right.
I like the way it looks
Your
now.
voice sounded the exact way it does now, just like slightly higher pitched.
Yeah, I hate that it hasn't changed at all. I wish it got lower, but it just hasn't. I can kind of lower it if I want to,
Like
but it's not my like
mine has
natural
definitely,
voice.
mine has definitely changed. Mine used to be uh pretty high pitched. I mean, it still kind of is compared to most other guys. Like I try to, you know, deepen it manually sometimes, but like, yeah, I don't like my old voice.
Man, your voice
I hated
now,
it.
oh my dude, it turns me on so much. this man, this sweet
Oh,
Southern
Tommy
charm,
boy.
that that just,
Tommy. Hey,
oh
just
my
think
god,
about 13 hours from now, you'll be hearing it in person.
man, your voice is like the personification of like butter, honey, and gravy going on the biscuits. Like
Mm.
that smooth, sweet. Mm, just it's got that southern
Uh,
hospitality to it. It's
mm,
God damn,
uh,
you got a good
oh.
voice. God damn, I think about it a lot.
By the way, I was re-listening to parts of episode 6, and I found I asked you to describe the fabled triple coke, and you said you would after that discussion.
Oh, and I didn't.
However, you never explained what the
Oh,
triple coke is.
no way.
Would you care to explain now what the
Oh, I
triple coke
have to
is?
tell you guys. Okay, if
You
you
have to.
ever go to a drink fountain and it has Coke, Diet Coke, and Coke Zero, get a cup and put a third of each one. You have to put a little bit of ice in it though. If you, I said earlier that you shouldn't get ice from the machines because they have mold in them. You gotta get the ice for this one. It's worth the damage to your intestines. You're already drinking Coke, all right? You don't care about your intestines. You're drinking Coke. Get a little bit of ice so it stays cold. Literally just 1/3 Coke, 1/3 Coke Zero, 1/3 Diet Coke. It is the best thing you'll ever drink.
I don't know how he came up with that, or who's like. I think it was your idea, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't know how you came up with that, but it's an
So
experience. Now,
I
I
was
myself
I was getting a drink.
go with Coke
No,
normal.
you know what it was? Beanie was on the register. He
Mhm.
goes, "Yo, can you give me a Coke?"
Mhm.
And like hands me a cup, and I'm like, "Oh hell yeah!" And I walk over to the thing, and I see there's 3 options, and I'm like, "What if I got like a different one? Do you think he'd be able to tell?" And I was like, "Wait a second.
Oh.
What if I just mixed all 3 of them?" So I did.
Ooh.
And then he goes, "What did you do to this?" And I went, "What do you mean?" He's like, this isn't Coke. And I'm like, it is. And he's like, did you put something in it? I'm like, it's Coke, Diet Coke, and Coke Zero. And he's like, this is the worst thing I've ever tasted. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. So then I went over there, got my own cup, did it again, and I drank it, and it was the best thing I ever tried. So I got you one, and you said it was pretty good. I got Sean one,
Wow.
he said it was pretty good. I forgot who else I got to try it, but someone else said it was terrible, so it's like tied. But I think it's amazing.
It was. See, if I'm going to the freestyle machines more often than not, I'm getting some sort of like fruit flavored drink, like a Fanta or something. But yeah, it's pretty good. The triple Coke.
Yeah, I almost always get the Aha sparkling water in the blueberry pomegranate flavor because it's the only thing that
Mm-hmm.
doesn't have any sweeteners in it, and I like that because I don't like sugar or
Hey.
artificial sweeteners. But if I want to like spoil myself,
Mm-hmm.
I'll get the zero sugar peach teas. However, I realized today that I gotta stop being retarded. now, now that may not make sense at first. Let me explain why. I keep forgetting that they have root beer and cream soda at the freestyle machines. It's all the way at the top, so I never look at it because all the other options are right at eye level, so I never look up at the one I want. I love cream soda. So now, whenever I'm rewarding myself with a nice actual soda and not just sparkling water, with my once a week sweet drink, I'm gonna get cream soda because I love cream soda so much. It's so delicious. And there's when I used to live in
Hold up.
Illinois, there's this thing called the Trail of History. It was in Wonder Lake. Well, I think technically it was in Bull Valley. It was somewhere like right on the border of those two towns. And it was just way off in a field on this hill. I think it was called Camelback Hill, if I remember correctly. I don't know, something like that. And they were just
Real
like,
quick, Tommy. Real quick, I gotta run in real quick and grab this laptop charger because this battery is draining fast. So just
yeah,
continue whenever I come back, or if you want
perfect.
to tell the rest of the audience the
I
story.
was gonna make it
But like I'm
short. I'm gonna
announcing it, I
talk
gotta
about it
run.
forever. All right, so now that I have even more time, I'm gonna tell you guys even more about this. By the way, if I look bald, I'm not. My hair starts right here, and I got a ponytail. My hair's long as shit. If I let it like free flow, it goes like down to like here. Like it's crazy. Um, I'm a big dude, by the way. I don't look that huge, but I I don't know if that was a very good show, but like, I'm not gonna flex for you guys. But well, what the fuck is it? So the Trail of History, I think it was technically in Bull Valley. So they set up like tents and teepees, and they'd have like Native Americans and North and South, and like just all sorts of historical stuff going on. People having like fake gunfights and getting attacked by Indians and or Native Americans. Sorry, God, I can't believe I said that. Like, I'm so good about not doing that.
Hey,
Oh, wow,
well,
he's
so good
packing
about
that
not doing
fast.
what? Bro.
Never mind. So, but my favorite thing about the Trail of History was that they had these like glass bottle like I don't what was it, like a cantilever sealed like glass bottle that you could get either cream soda or root beer in. And I don't know if they made it on site or if they just had the kegs ready, but they served it out of like wooden barrels, and it was the best stuff on earth. I wish I could still get that stuff. I think about it every single day. And I went to the very last Trail of History, and I cannot believe it closed down. It saddens me to this day. Honestly, I think the Trail of History closing down aside from all the abuse I suffered as a child, was definitely like my first like loss of innocence in a sort of way. I was like, man, all the stuff I like doesn't stay around forever. Like I lose stuff sometimes. That sucks. Oh, we lost Landy Boy, it seems.
Okay, my back.
Not with the video. Oh, there you are.
So, okay, so apparently, this laptop likes to die
No way.
whenever it gets down to 4%. So it started off at 15%, right?
Mhm.
And it started draining fast from there. So then, for whatever reason, I run inside. I'm able to get the charger, and the second I come back into the RV with the charger, the computer dies.
Hmm.
It's never ran down that fast on me. So I'm running it through the charger cord now, and it literally says 0% as I'm charging it. So,
Okay.
and this is, I
Well,
mean, like I got the charger running right here.
yeah. You know what the good thing about laptops is? The power supply is meant
What is that?
the power supply is meant to charge the computing parts of the computer before the battery. So as long as it's plugged in, no matter if the battery's even
Mm,
existent, it'll run. So you're fine.
mhm. Really?
Yeah, you can
Okay, I
literally
did
pull
not
the
know that.
battery. You can
That's
pull the
a
battery out while it's plugged in, and it works fine.
okay. Wow, that's good to know. Good to know.
Yeah.
So, what were you saying though before I left?
Oh, I was just talking about some really good root beer and cream soda that I had as a kid.
Ooh, okay. Listen, there's this. Okay, so I don't remember where it's from. It's probably Food City. Back when I still lived in Kentucky, my mom comes home one day from grocery shop and brings home this like variety pack. I don't know if they ever did it before or after. Just randomly, this like variety pack of different sodas or pops, as we call them in
Mm-hmm.
East Kentucky, but different sodas. And and it had like grapes and strawberry and root beer and cola. But I remember vividly there was one can in it of cream soda, Food City brand cream soda, and that blew my mind, little 8-year-old me, and that was the greatest like drink I'd ever had in my life up to that point. It was so good. I don't think I ever had it again.
So you're from the bluegrass state, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Have you
Born and raised.
have you had an ale 81?
Yes, I have, bro. L8 is like liquid gold in the state of Kentucky.
Yeah. Can you only get it in
L8
Kentucky?
and then
That's the only place
L8
I've ever seen
cherry.
it.
I You can get it at the Buc-ee's in Kodak, I'm pretty sure, but it's mainly
Oh,
like a
I
regional
haven't been
thing.
there.
It's like I was at the Buc-ee's in Kodak one time, and it was there. Like LA, that's the first LA I had in a long time.
Yeah, I've only
If
seen them
you're
in
ever
Kentucky.
like
Like that's a
for
soda
anybody, if
I
you're ever
associate
passing
with
through the
Kentucky.
great state of Kentucky, get an
Get an
L8.
ale 8. Yeah. It's better than ginger ale.
Right. It is like its own thing. Now they have a strawberry version you can get too. Pretty sure they have an orange cream one I've never tried. And I
You know,
think there's a fourth variation, but
it's kind
I've
of
only had the first two.
like Sprite and ginger ale mixed,
Right.
but like
But like there's something
better.
else about it, like a
Yeah.
hint. Yeah, but it's like yeah, there's something else in there, like a hint of something, but you can't really tell what.
Yeah.
Like a secret recipe. They've been brewing it for like long, long, long time. And like you can read on every bottle, there's like a story they print for it.
Mhm.
And it's like
Yeah.
3 or 4 generations later, they're still making it out of so I think it's Winchester, Kentucky. I could be wrong,
Yeah, it's a fantastic
but it's
soda.
it's still made in Kentucky.
Yeah.
Now, what parts of
Oh,
Kentucky have you been through? Because I know
uh,
obviously you come through Kentucky to get here from
so
Illinois.
when I'm driving from Chicago, I go through Louisville, which is the very top one, right?
You know, okay, where?
Louisville, the top one at the very top of the state.
I, Louisville, Louisville,
Sorry, sorry. I can't believe I said it like that. Yeah,
Louisville, Thomas,
Louisville.
Louisville,
Sorry. Yeah,
Louisville.
Louisville.
No, no, no E sound.
I'm
HL
so
Louisville.
embarrassed. I can't believe I said it like that. I said it wrong, yeah.
Lord.
So Louisville, that's the one on the very top of the
Listen,
state.
there. Listen,
Hold on.
passionately. We take that passionately.
You know that bridge that goes from Illinois to Louisville?
Is it the one that goes over the Ohio River?
Yeah, it's white and it's like this wide.
Uh,
The
yeah, I've
KFC
never
stadium's on the
been
other side of
to
it.
Illinois, but I'm aware of the bridge you're referring to.
Yeah, it's where
Yeah,
the
yeah, I'm
KFC
aware of the
stadium
bridge
is.
you're referring to. Yes, the
So
KFC
when you're
Yum Center.
driving from
Yeah,
Illinois,
I've been to the KFC Yum Center before.
so the KFC stadium is the only reason traffic is as bad as it is in Louisville. I'm gonna tell you why. Because of the KFC stadium, instead of having a what's it called? A clover style turnabout onto the adjacent highway, you have to go into Louisville around the KFC station under the highway
Mm.
and then onto the highway instead of just
Mm.
going like that.
It's again like I've never been to that part of. I've been to the arena before for a thing back in 2016. That's the only
Hmm.
time I've ever been there. It's the and then whenever I went to Louisville in 2018 for like a school event thing. One of my school's teams that I was a part of made it to a state championship thing in Louisville. We got absolutely okay. It's academic team. I feel like I can say that now. Like I was on the quick recall team, where it's basically like they ask you questions, and it's whoever gets the most points wins. And they have the state championship in Louisville, and it's like I think it's like a double knockout. It's like if you lose twice, you're out, right? We play twice. We get absolutely obliterated by two teams full of Indian kids both rounds. So it's pretty hard to explain. I have to explain in a future episode what exactly goes into it. But
Okay,
yeah, and
I
then
got two
that I
things.
vaguely remember it.
I got two things.
Okay.
Uh, Also on the way to Tennessee, I go through Corbin, Kentucky. Pretty nice little town.
A shout out. I'm
Yeah,
aware.
dude, shout out
Very
Corbin,
nice.
Kentucky. Honestly, I fuck with that place. Um, when I
I love it.
the last time I went back to Illinois and back here when I was moving all my stuff, um, on the way to my house while I was in Chicago, I saw a woman giving birth on the highway, surrounded by firefighters. So traffic was backed up for like 10 miles on I think 290, and I could see two fire trucks pulled up like horizontally parked across like three lanes, and everyone has to like move over, which is why traffic was
Oh.
so slow. And as I'm passing by, I see a woman in her car screaming and a firefighter with a blanket over his shoulder like holding out for the woman, like for the baby, and there's like six other firefighters lined up against the guardrail just like, oh yeah, another day on the job. And then on the way back in Corbin, Kentucky, right in front of the KFC, I saw another woman giving birth in traffic surrounded by firefighters.
Did you know that that is actually the first ever KFC in Corbin?
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's called Sanders Cafe and Museum, but that is actually where the original KFC was at, is Corbin, Kentucky.
I pulled over in their parking lot to fix my tarp because it had a hole in it.
Yeah, but that is the original
Shout out that
KFC. That's
KFC
where it
in
all
Corbin.
started. Shout out KFC in Corbin, bro.
Yeah.
Do you go through London,
No.
Kentucky by chance?
No.
You don't. You don't? I figured you would, because okay, Lexington.
No.
How do you get from Louisville to Corbin?
Highways?
I'm
Interstates.
trying to like map it out. I'm trying to map it out in my head, just like the big cities we would pass through.
I don't
Whenever
pass
I go back home to
through
Kentucky,
any.
well, Louisville's a pretty big city. It's the biggest
Well,
in the
yeah.
state.
But I mean, after Louisville,
Okay,
it's just the interstate
relatively
until I get to Corbin.
a relatively large cities. Because whenever I go back home to Kentucky,
Hold on. The other
I
thing I
go
wanted to say really
through.
quick. There's this very small supermarket chain called Meyer. I'm pretty sure it's
Mm-hmm.
Jewish. Not that that has anything to do with this. They have a 6 pack of these like 6 ounce bubblegum flavored sodas. They are possibly the best sodas ever made, in my opinion. They are amazing. Anyways, back
You kind
to
of cut
Kentucky
out.
and
What was it
traveling.
called?
The bubblegum soda, it's Meyer branded. It's at Meyer. It's in like a 6 ounce
Okay,
6 pack. It's fantastic. Best soda ever made. Back to Kentucky though.
gotcha, gotcha. All right. Anyway, so whenever I travel back home to Kentucky, I go obviously through Knoxville, and that takes me all the way up. Leaving Knoxville takes me all the way to Corbin. It's Corbin. It's, okay, relatively close to the state line. And then
Yeah.
from Corbin, I go to London, Kentucky. London branches off to a couple different, major routes. One of them takes you to Lexington, and then the other one would take you up to more toward where I live, which was Hazard, Kentucky. Shout out Hazard. And once you leave London, you just kind of like a straight shot it through Clay County, which has nothing. Leslie County, which has even more nothing. Leslie County honestly sucks. It's only known for having like one famous place and one famous person, which we'll get to here in a moment, and then that takes the end of my home county.
Hmm.
Now, there's only two things I want to mention. This is from my dad. My dad grew up with Hyden, Kentucky, right? Hyden, Hyden, Kentucky. Uh, Nothing of note other than it has a guy named Tim Couch who was first pick in the 1999 NFL draft. He played college football for Kentucky, came out of this small little yee town, and that's also known for a famous Dairy Queen. All right.
Hmm.
So back in the 90s, before WWE was like the only major wrestling company, there was these smaller one called Smoky Mountain Wrestling. I don't know if you've ever heard of them. More
No.
like a smaller chain. But anyway, they ran shows around, Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee area. Well, apparently they were doing a show in, Leicester County, Kentucky. And as they're leaving, they're like, okay, we're hungry. So there's a van full of wrestlers. And this guy driving the van is like the owner of the company. His name is Jim Cornette. He's from Louisville. Anyway, so they stop off at this drive-through in this Dairy Queen, small Kentucky town, group full of like 5 or 6 wrestlers, right? Obviously big 220-pound dudes. They're all gonna be like starving, hungry. So they order a big lot of food, and they don't start cooking it till they get to the window, right? So they thought it was a prank. So Jim Cornette, this like 30-something-year-old at the time, probably manager and owner of a wrestling company, climbs out of the van. He's like screaming, cussing out, saying all kinds of awful things to these Dairy Queen workers. And it's like somebody was videotaping it from the back seat. And it became famous online years later, but it's called the Dairy Queen incident.
Hmm.
And it's just the like pretty much the only thing that town is known for other than a football player. You can find a video of it somewhere on YouTube. It's pretty funny.
You know what else you can find a
Uh
video of on YouTube? Uh,
what's that?
how to put a condom on tutorials. You can find videos of guys just a rake dick out putting a condom on. If you look up specifically how to put a Magnum
You
condom on,
you ever heard of
you'll see a bunch of guys with just enormous, just elephant trunks, and they'll go, so I can't use a normal condom, and they'll pull out like normal Trojan. They'll start to put it on, and it'll just bust in half, and then they'll
mm,
pull out a Magnum, and they'll just
mm,
start slowly stretching it on and like stroking it a bit. Yeah, there's some interesting videos on there.
and they can put that on they put that on
It's
YouTube.
educational. They put it as an educational video, and it's allowed.
You remember the guy about a year ago who posted a video of like he would pretty much wax his, paint using Nair?
Yeah.
You remember that his name's like Kevin something, I think, and he just posted a video, just spread eagle, basically. and it stayed on the platform. And
A lot of
they didn't take
people
it
have
down.
done
Like
that,
I guess a ton of
unfortunately.
yeah, and a ton of people got recommended that video out of nowhere and were traumatized.
Yeah.
Thank God I never saw it. I just know from horror stories people have posted, like talking about YouTube controversies and stuff. But that was I guarantee you it was something to behold. Whether that be good or bad, mostly bad.
I mean, it was rough. It was,
Oh,
what you
you
said.
saw it? You saw it?
A lot of people saw it.
Did you watch it?
I, uh, I didn't watch it. I saw someone watching it.
Mm, that's always the excuse. I saw somebody watching it.
Oh, whatever.
It's a very very clever way to get around it. Very clever way to get around it.
Yeah, I guess.
Man, like
I mean,
I
yeah,
wonder
I've seen
like
it.
I
Whatever.
wonder sometimes why does YouTube remove the content that it does, but allows a dude to just like post his spread out booty hole on their platform?
Dude, they used to allow like beheading videos. Like you could look up like ISIS
Like
beheading and see people like dying.
I don't know if we've discussed this on the podcast. Do you remember the reason why YouTube was actually like created?
We did
Like
talk
why they
about
invented it in
this.
the first place? Yeah, okay, yeah, that the whole like Janet Jackson Super Bowl thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now if you even like if you say a potty word, your whole channel is demonetized.
Mhm.
Doesn't make sense. It doesn't.
So we are this. Sorry, let me show you. We are this close to getting monetized. There's something
I
holding
thought you
us
had to have
back.
like 1,000. I thought you had to have 1,000 subscribers and like 4,000 watch hours or something.
So the I think that is true, but when I checked our possibility to get monetization, it said I
Hmm.
had a checklist of like four things left to do, and I had done three of them. And the last one was
Okay.
that I just had to like confirm a backup email or something. So I
Hmm.
did that, and then I reloaded the page, and it still said I had to do that. So I did it again, and I reloaded the page, and it still said I had to do that. And every time I check, it still says that I have to confirm the email. And I've tried different
Okay.
emails, and I don't know what the problem is. But if that
Huh.
works eventually, we might be able to get monetization and earn
Ooh.
2 cents a year.
Oh man, that what are you gonna buy with your 1 cent?
Oh man.
Actually, no, no. Like you do all the well, actually, you do all the editing. I think the 2 cents should go to you.
Oh yeah, it's 50-50 effort here.
I mean, like you do all the editing and the actual recording. Think like I think we should have like some sort of division where like you're earning
I'm gonna be
slightly
honest.
more.
At this point, the editing takes like 20 minutes. It's not that long.
51%
Deal.
to you, 49% to me.
Deal.
Because again, you do all the editing.
It's not
I
that
mean,
much
I
editing.
just
It's
kind
just
of
like
I just
clipping the
sit
gameplay
here.
together.
I just I just sit here, look pretty, and occasionally try to keep you in line.
You're damn straight not
Occasionally.
looking pretty.
Ooh, you sly dog, Thomas. You pretty sly man.
Mm-hmm.
For anybody wondering, for any of the females that are unfortunately watching this, Thomas is a straight single man.
That's
He's
what people say about me.
he's a beautiful, tall, buff, striking, handsome single man.
Yeah,
He's over
I'll
six
take
foot, by the
that.
way, because I know that
Six
that's
three.
all. I need to feel. I feel like I need to say like he's over 6 foot.
6'3".
Pretty much that's the only thing that's important
Yeah.
to women nowadays is their height.
Mhm.
Uh, for anybody wondering, KFC workers, so specifically female Australian KFC workers.
Yeah. Do we
I
want to
just,
talk about,
I just,
you know, drumstick sizes? Do we
uh,
want to bring that into the
no,
equation for the single ladies?
no, no. I'm
Can,
good.
can I say that it's half an inch longer than the height of an iPhone 7 Plus?
If you
Okay.
want to say that,
I think I did.
I don't know why that's important, but
Well, 'cause if
go
anyone's
okay.
curious, they could look up how big an iPhone 7 Plus is and then see that I've measured next to one because I own one, and there's a half inch, height advantage.
Okay. Okay. I genuinely don't know how to segue out of that.
I think we just move
I
on. I think we just talk about something else.
All right. So what have you got for us? What do you want to talk about,
Man,
Tommy?
I'd pull up my notes app, but it's my light right now, and if I took that away, you wouldn't see anything.
Hey. Wait, if I open another tab, can you still see me? Can you still see me right now?
Ooh, yeah.
Okay, so because like right now I've got like a is it brighter than normal?
Well, but if I open another tab, they're just gonna be looking at the
Yeah.
tab, not us.
Uh, okay, I got just like on the side. I was just gonna see like if everyone like look anything up. So like if I do this right now, you can still see me. If I want to like Google something, right? So like if I
Hold
Google
on,
like
let's make this
Tajikistan, for example.
let's make this work. Here we go. I'll just read it like this.
Oh, there we go. That works. Which by the
Oh,
way,
I got one.
which by the way, yeah, Tajiki Somani, since we have discussed it, has been priced. It is now worth 0.091 United States dollars.
Did we talk about the Coke Pocket T-shirt?
You did.
Fuck.
How it has like the writing on it says like, I don't snort coke or whatever.
Yeah. And it has the
Yeah, we
little
discussed
pocket right
that.
there, so you can like,
Yeah.
yeah. Damn it.
I think that's how we got involved in the discussion last or a couple episodes ago about triple coke, and then we just never actually discussed it
Oh,
until now.
I think it was. Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense. I feel like I should say episode 7 uh doesn't okay, I'm sure if you've not watched it yet, by the way, why not? You should be watching things in order. If you have, I'm sure where it doesn't really have a lot of intellectual discussion as the normal ones do, but you get to watch some fun gameplay. I feel like we need to do more like offensive hangman, like every episode of Unqualified Game Nights.
Yeah, I
Every
think that'll be
game
a
night
staple of
episode
it.
should have. Yeah, it's like Scrabble. I feel like went okay, but it's not really a entertaining piece to do every game night.
I have my topic.
Okay, what do you got for us?
So, I just wrote down in my topic, or podcast topic, folder, Tales from the Crack Shack. I don't think I've talked about the
Okay,
Crack Shack yet. So, uh,
you've not.
I'm not gonna use any real names, but I had this friend who lived in Wisconsin, and his dad had a very large property. He had accumulated a lot of junk over the years, having a lot of money and spending it all on stuff. And he had this old mobile home behind his house. This thing was like rotted on the outside and like falling apart, but on the inside, it was fairly windproof, except for the fact that it didn't have windows. They were blown out, and there was just plywood covering them. And
Okay.
his meth dealer uncle was staying in it before he went to prison. So
Mm.
when he went to prison, we were like, that's ours. We're taking it. And we
Mm.
renovated this renovated this little shitty trailer by basically taking all the junk in it and pushing it to one side of the trailer. Keep in mind, this wasn't like the campers we're in now. It was literally just a big
Mm-hmm.
box. It was like a shipping container, but like made out of wood. And so
Hey.
we just push all the trash and stuff to one side, and we had two futons that we got for free, and this chair that I'm sitting on right now. This is the only surviving piece of
Mm-hmm.
the crack shack, by the way. We burned it down. Um, and then we had like a TV in there and like a couple space heaters to keep us warm in the winter. And we took his uncle's clothes and we pushed it up against the plywood that was in the windows to like uh what do you call it, insulate it so that it wasn't cold. And we just did drugs
Right.
in there like all the time. Like we'd throw parties in there. We'd invite all our friends over. We'd be like 7, 8 deep in there. And man, like we'd just be having a blast. We'd have a speaker playing some music. We'd be taking bong rips, smoking joints, smoking blunts, drinking alcohol, taking acid, taking shrooms. Just having a crazy time in there.
Now, you may have explained this to me before, but I don't think you have on the show. Not sure if you have on the show at least.
Oh, the crack shack, yeah. So yeah, the crack
Yeah.
shack was
Or
this
wait, are you
what?
go on? Okay, go on.
Okay, so we ended up calling this place the crack shack, obviously, because that was just such a fitting name for it. And man, I got so many stories from there. So many that I have to like remember in detail because I did so many similar things in there that they all blend together and I have to like one
Right.
day I just got to go through and just start writing them all down and like get all of the details right, but man,
Mm-hmm.
that crack shack caused so many ups and downs between so many people. It broke up and started so many friendships. It was a fantastic place. I remember one time we were having a party on New Year's, right? And basically, the way we got away with throwing this party is my friend's family and my parents basically would get together for New Year's every year and rent out at this one hotel, and they'd rent out like the entire hotel because it was pretty small, and they would just throw a party, right? For like the whole night and just get drunk and
Right.
cause chaos, and there was no one else there to annoy because they rented out the entire place. And me and my friend were there, and we were trying to figure out how to get out of it so bad. So he got his mom to pick him up and take him back to his dad's house where we were throwing the party where the crack shack was. And, his mom just
Mm.
said he was taking him to her house. And then I got my friend, like the only one of my friends that my mom actually trusted, to say that we were going to go to his house for New Year's. And we ended up just going to my friend's house that, with the crack shack. And we invited like 30, 40 people over. Like we were rolling deep in the party.
Right.
It was the first time I ever had MDMA. And me,
Okay.
the friend that we were staying at, and a different friend that I had with that didn't drive us there all took Somali, and we're I had a gram and we split it in three and took the entire thing, not realizing that was way too much. It was like twice as much as we should have took. So we were all like tweaking, just
Oh.
tweaking that whole night. And his one of his friends had a huge bag of weed with him, and he had taken a bunch of acid, and he gave it to us and said, "Hey, go out in the shack, start rolling some blunts. I'll be out there in a minute." So we start rolling these blunts. I rolled two backwoods that had to have been like 5 grams each. All right, they were like that thick around, that long,
Mm.
massive, massive woods. Like I had to use a blowtorch to get them lit, and I smoke. I get one lit, and it took like 45 minutes to smoke through it between me and my friend who owned the crack shack, and we're just sitting there smoking. We're like, when is this dude gonna come out? Like we're texting him whatever, he's not coming out. We're calling him, he's not coming out. So after we finish it, we go inside. Dude's passed out on the couch. So we wake him up. We're like, hey, get outside. We got one rolled. Like, get out there. He's like, oh, okay. Let me get my stuff. I'll be out there in a minute. Just get it lit. Get it lit. Get it ready. So we're like, cool, whatever. We run out there. We get it lit. We're smoking it. He never comes out. So we have smoked every fucking crumb of weed this guy brought with him because he told us to roll and smoke it, and he never came out to smoke it with us. And he got so pissed he never talked to either of us ever again.
So for something that was his fault,
Technically, yeah.
and that see again, as a good, clean, straight edge boy I am, I don't know what any of the terminology of that is. I'm sure we have a
A
listener
blunt,
somewhere eventually who will understand that. But
a
I mean, I know
blunt
what a
is
blunt is because Snoop
okay.
Dogg and all that.
So when you take a tobacco
I know what
leaf
the blunt
and
is because
fill it with
Snoop.
marijuana.
Okay.
Yeah.
Again,
I don't
I'm
smoke
aware
those
because
anymore because it
Snoop
has
D-O-double-G
nicotine.
talks about it.
Yeah, I don't do tobacco or nicotine at all. That stuff is terrible. If you do it, quit. Otherwise, you're a fucking loser. Just
Oh,
had
oh
to get
wow.
that out there. Yeah, man.
Oh,
What other tales
wow.
do I have
Okay.
from the crack shack? Oh, I remember one day our heaters broke because we had spilled so much beer in it.
Okay.
So we didn't have any heat, and it was like negative 15 out, and we were out of water. So we had to go to the spigot, which was on the other side of the shed and or shop, and the shop was like bigger than the house. All right, it was like a hike to get over there. And so we're like trekking through snow with our like gallon Arizona tea jugs to like fill them up with water for the night, because we're in like survivalist mode. And we're out there like huddled up with like blankets on us and stuff. We're trying to like shake all the beer out of this thing, because it was this white like tube thing that like laid on the floor and had this big grate on top of it that the heat came out of. And just being drunk idiots, we just spilled so much beer into it that it just short circuited, fucking broke. Man, that was a terrible night. We were so cold. We like damn near froze to death. We stuck it out though.
Uh, I am nearly freezing to death whenever I first stepped in here. I'm telling you, like I'm doing fine now, but it I don't even have the heat. This RV is turned off. I'm sure yours is too.
No, mine's on. Just every single light is
Oh, yours
burnt
is turned
out.
on. See, I've got my RV turned off. Well, it's not mine. It's my parents. I
Yeah.
keep saying my. Okay, I've got the one I'm sitting in is turned off. It's just like connected to power, so that's how I'm able to charge it and have the lights on.
Yeah, mine's connected to power,
Uh,
so all the outlets
yeah,
work, but I don't have lights.
right. It's like if I wanted to, like just turn it on and off, it's all fine. I don't think the water would run. I don't know. How big? Like, what size is yours? Is yours like full size like mine? Well, not mine. You get what I'm saying. Like the one I'm
It's,
in.
let me think, 10 by 25.
Okay, I think I don't know the length. I think this might be 10 by 27 or 28.
Hmm.
It's somewhere around there.
I don't have a pop out though.
Yeah, see, we do. It's just like it's just whenever we're in the park, driveway parked, it's staying in. Like it's it's in right now, so it's very
Hmm.
very narrow. And I've been saying like still like since we've got it, it's not been took out. I've been saying like I want to stay a night out here sometime, just like get adjusted to it, just like know what I'm getting myself into for when we go on trips in the future. I still haven't done it yet, but I'm going to in the future.
Oh,
I'm gonna try to spend a night out here.
do you want to hear a story or the story of when I
Here,
stopped being friends with the guy that had the crack shack?
let's hear it. Sorry to
So
go off topic. I just
no, it's all good. I just thought about this. So it was me, one of my close homies who I'm not friends with anymore because he burned his house down and now he's a homeless meth addict. Um,
oh
well, I'll get into that guy later. He'll be a good topic. So I picked him up and we went to the crack shack. And my friend wanted to get some alcohol, so we did the classic getting alcohol as minor strategy. We just took it.
hmm,
It was free.
ask somebody else.
No, it was free. And free 99, it's on the shelf. It's just
5 finger discount.
something like that. So uh we did that, and then he had a friend that would said he'd trade us 6 tabs, which would be two each, for one of the bottles. We're like, done deal. We each pop our two, and we get to the crack shack, and he said his friend left about 9 grams of weed there in a jar. He said he'll pay his friend back for whatever I can roll in one joint. So I roll one joint. We go out to a broke down pickup truck like way out in the woods, and we're smoking it, we're hotboxing in it, and the window is getting like moisture on it. And me and my friend are seeing like Illuminati eyes in the moisture, because like when you're on acid, you see a lot of patterns and stuff. So we're both seeing these like
Right.
Illuminati eyes, and then my other friend starts seeing them too, and we're like, dude, that's creepy, dude. What if we're being watched right now? So we like finish the joint as quick as possible and run back to the crack shack. Uh, Cue us realizing
Hey.
that it was not real acid, but instead a completely different chemical called NBOME, or NBOME, which we talked about in the drug list, and it's the stuff that like induces
Okay.
nightmares. And yeah,
Oh
cue
boy.
all three of us having like the worst trip of our life, getting stuck in like hour-long thought loops, losing track of time. At one point, dude, my friend goes, "What time is it?" I pick up my phone, go, "It's 3." Set down my phone. He goes, "Wait, what time?" I pick up my phone, and it was 4. Like, somehow we had lost an hour. All three of us had skipped forward an hour and didn't realize. We all lost the same hour in our memory.
I would still absolutely love to see a Thomas on Salvia episode.
Not happening.
Uh, Like not even if we get like sponsored for you to do it.
I would do a DMT episode, not salvia.
You're like, what's so like? Why would you not do Salvia? I mean, I thought all it does is like give you a trip that feels like 20 years, but it's like 5 minutes from what I've heard about
Okay,
it.
okay. Imagine you, with your consciousness, are suddenly turned into a book on a library that nobody ever touches. You sit in the same
I feel
spot,
like you
unable to move, unable to speak, unable to get anyone to notice you, sitting, staring
I feel
straight
like if you
forward
use this analogy,
for hundreds of years. I mean, not hundreds, let's say tens of years. Does that sound like fun to you? Do you want to be a light bulb
I mean,
in an abandoned hospital? Do you want to
if
be
you
a
live to tell
railroad
the
tie?
story,
Do you want to be a grain of sand on a beach?
I mean, if I get washed into the ocean, I'm sure I'd see some pretty cool stuff.
No, you just sit there getting baked by the sun. You don't feel the water. I mean, maybe you do.
Oh,
Keep in mind.
I mean,
Keep in
me
mind.
personally, no.
It's not just you and your consciousness, but some part of you actually thinks that's where you are and believes that's where you are. And it could also be like you could have a family. You could go into the trip and in a millisecond believe that you have a loving wife and daughter that you've known for your whole life. Like you've had 20, I don't know, so let's say you're 25, you've been married for 5 years, just had the daughter. Like you could
Mm.
have like fake memories that don't exist from like earlier in this life, and then you just get ripped out of it one day. You could go months with this family living a totally normal life and then just get ripped out of it and be back here.
And then,
Do you want to do something that could do
and then, like
that to
once you
you?
snap out of it, is it like once you snap out of it, you're attached to him or something though?
Yeah, imagine if you
Is that
had
how it
that
works?
experience and then it was taken away from you in an instant. Do you want to do something like that? I
Ooh,
don't. I'd rather
personally,
I'd
no.
rather feel funny, look at some cool shapes, talk to an alien, get some ancient wisdom and come back. That's way cooler. That's a way better drug.
Do you think if like is that what DMT does?
Yeah.
Do you think you'd be able to focus on the episode though if you were doing DMT
Yeah.
live? Really?
Well, I mean,
Like you'd be like
okay,
trying to
okay.
bring on. I feel like
Here's
you'd
the
be
thing.
bringing on this
Here's the thing.
alien dude you're referring to as a guest.
I'm not gonna do it on the air. Well, we're gonna say that for legal
Oh,
reasons. I will not do any sort of illegal drugs on the air. I'm not gonna show them. I'm not gonna show me
Joe
ingesting them.
Rogan did it.
I'm not gonna do them. I'm gonna make up an experience. I'm gonna read a Reddit post.
Like,
I'll DM you my plan later. I'll tell you exactly how I want to do it.
but
It'll work.
okay. Feel like you just exposed how we're gonna do it, with the Reddit post and all that.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be
You
so
know what I,
many
re-
episodes from now. Who knows?
you know what I really, really want right now? Just hit me a craving. I want a McDonald's sausage biscuit again so bad. I was talking about it earlier. Now that craving has hit
Dude,
me.
McBiscuit. You keep saying McBiscuit. McGriddle.
McDonald's sausage, McDonald's sausage biscuit.
Bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle.
You ever had the steak, egg, and cheese bagel?
No.
They got a, they got steak, egg, and cheese bagels for breakfast. Like fantastic. Again, not sponsored at all, but they are fantastic. They are so good. It's like I think it's the most expensive thing on the breakfast menu, but it is well worth it. Well worth it. McDonald's they only have steak at breakfast, I'm pretty sure, but it's not as bad as you would assume for fast food steak.
That's surprising because I would assume it's bad.
No, like once you get over the fact that it's from McDonald's, it's actually really, really good. Like I had a steak, egg, and cheese biscuit the other morning. It was quite scrumptious.
Hmm.
Scrumdiddlyumptious.
Sorry, I was just
And
checking our
it's like,
recording time. We're at
uh,
2 3/4 of an hour.
so we still got about another 15 to 30 minutes to fill up.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay.
Tajikistan, dude. Buzkashi, KFC,
Uh,
chicken burger.
so you've seen. Okay, let me see. What time is it? I feel like we check this every time, but time in
Let me guess.
Tajikistan is 10:12 in Tajikistan.
Fuck, I was gonna guess 7:30. No, it'd be 7:45. I'm retarded.
Okay, well, it is about 10 a.m. in Tajikistan.
Yeah.
Let me see here.
Are you gonna call it
I
KFC again?
wonder. Tajikistan breakfast restaurants. We're gonna try something here.
Oh, okay.
Merv Cafe? Low low key. Can I hello? Okay, can't click on it. Okay. Y'all are probably just seeing me right now. So I'm looking on
You can share your
TripAdvisor
screen. You can share
for
your screen.
oh, I can?
Yeah. You can show us.
Yeah, but that's gonna share all the communities I'm in and stuff.
Well, you don't have any porn tabs open, do you?
No, I don't. I don't.
So,
I'm just saying that that's gonna share, and I like homework answers. There we go. That's what you'd be missing.
oh no.
I mean, I'm just looking at the TripAdvisor thing. I'm just gonna call them.
Actually, you can select
Maybe.
exactly which page you want to show. You can only show us your browser if you want.
Okay, I found the restaurant I think I'm gonna call. This is Big Alfredo in Dushanbe. So I'm gonna look up the number on
Okay.
my phone so that way I can actually call it because you can't apparently can't call it unless you call it from the actual. So this is Big Alfredo in Dushanbe. Okay. Uh, what's the go-to here? I need to figure out their menu.
Man,
Menu. No, maybe
couldn't tell you.
a website. Here we go. Oh, so it links to their Facebook, and I'm not gonna log into Facebook. Does it really not have a menu? Okay, I'd look at pictures. I highly doubt it's gonna be in English. Oh, that's an ad. Never mind. What the heck? The Shutterfly ad.
Who the fuck uses Shutterfly, dude?
Can I not, bro? Can I not look at them? Is there no menu? Huh? Okay, so there is no menu. It has Italian, European, and vegetarian-friendly meals. This Okay, it says it's in Tajikistan.
Hell yeah.
So here we go. Let's see what we got here.
Please press 8-5.
Huh? Hold on, I'm gonna try that again real quick.
Yo, on the one
To complete
hand,
this international call, please press 6-4.
the fact that you can't see 90% of the smoke that comes out of my mouth is nice because I can hit this and it's not a big interruption. But it also sucks because I cough and it looks like I'm coughing for nothing when in fact I'm taking massive rips.
Dobry dzień, Cafe Alfredo.
Hello, do you speak English?
Yes, I listen you. Can I help you, sir?
Yes, so listen, I am based in America and I would someday love to visit your great nation. I'd love to know which menu items do you recommend? What is your favorite item on the menu?
You want our menu?
I'd like to know what is your favorite item? What is your favorite dish? Which dish do you like? He hung up on
What?
me. He hung up. I was
What the fuck?
asking this nice man. I was buttering him up. I said I would love to visit your great nation. What do you recommend?
That's
And
so
this
lame.
Tajiki hangs up on me.
Yo, he spoke English pretty
Okay,
good though. He was like, "Oh yes, hello, how can I help you, sir?"
what? Yeah, he was. I was like, I was very kind. Like, do you speak English? And he's like, yes. How can I help you? Okay, should we try a second location, a second restaurant,
Dude, call that KFC
or
again
should we just like
from
chalk this up as a
Australia.
loss? No, no, that's gonna be on you this time. See if you can find that same girl.
No, dude, she's all yours. You deserve her.
No, nah, man. It's like she sounded closer to your age.
We're 3 years apart.
I'm. Yeah, but like, she's your age, Tommy boy.
Dude, what if she's not? What if she's like 17?
In that case, she's a minor, and that is illegal.
Yeah, but you're 2 years apart, so I think
Yeah.
it's
Oh man, I
actually
didn't.
legal.
Oh, I didn't think about that part. She's underage. Okay, I feel like for legal reasons, you have to say if she's 18 or above, and you know her, let us know. Why did we not think about that earlier?
Yeah.
Okay. Should we
No, you know
try
what?
a
No,
second
hold on. When you
location in
call the phone at
Tajikistan?
a fast food place, you're usually calling the manager's office. That was probably the manager. She's probably 30.
Think about that. I don't think she understood what I was trying to say. Like, we had the boring foods at KFC in America. You have fun items. She didn't understand what I was trying to get at.
Oh, she got it. She got it
She
for
didn't try to
sure.
understand. I'm saying like you have better food.
Oh, she did. She was like, "Oh
She
yeah,
was
I
just
know.
like,
We got all the
what?
good stuff down here." I don't know if you noticed, she was
It's
very
like,
receptive to
I
to
feel
what
like
you're
that's
saying.
another. Didn't seem like it at the moment.
Oh, I think it did
In the moment, it
100%.
did not seem like it.
Dog, if I were you in
Maybe.
that situation, I would have had the bag secured, dog.
If you were me, you would know that I'm very, very much not well versed when it comes to
Hmm.
speaking to women. As in, I
I'm not
cannot
either.
speak to women.
Look,
No, like I'm
I'm
actually
not.
bad. I'm awful.
Yeah, me too. But I've gotten
I
places with it.
cannot speak to women.
I've had a three-way.
That's yeah. You told me that story again
Hmm.
for better or for worse. You've told me that story.
Yeah, no, dude, it was great. I'd
I
have
don't know if
another one
that's
right now.
I don't know if that's something we can discuss on the show, but
Uh,
I do remember you telling me that story
eventually,
at work
we'll
one
we'll
day.
tell it on some episode.
I feel like sometime like
Episode
long after
69.
we're done it. I feel like sometime long after we're gone from Dollywood, we need to have discussions about like some of our former coworkers, whom we liked. Like the highlights.
You're saying long
Like
after we're
Sean.
gone,
Sean's
like
a
we're under
different
NDA.
highlight.
Like as soon as we leave, we can say whatever we want.
Okay, yeah. How about this? Like whenever we get the chance after we're both gone from the company, I want to say right now, shout out to Sean again. I love Sean. Can I say enough positive things about that man? We love Sean.
Hmm. We do.
By the way, I was talking to him a couple nights ago when I asked him if he has any updates on the whole wrestling company. He said nothing new. So
Oh, he told me he has
I
a
don't know if
couple new
that's anything that.
storylines, and he's gonna try to write every day.
Oh, it's like I still only have the three that I've got written. It's hard to come up with ideas when you don't have anything, or I guess any people employed to write for. 'Cause you don't know what the characters are. You don't know who you're writing about.
Dude, I
I
saw
still don't think
Mike
we
today
figured out
for
what
the
your
first time in
actual
like
like
two
wrestling
months.
names are. My oh,
He
dude,
always works
how's
up
he doing?
top. Oh, fantastic, man! I love Mike.
Love Mike too. Double shout out to Mike. That's
Triple
like one of
shout
the
out to Mike.
goofiest
Holy
dudes you'll
shit.
ever meet. Bro, like quadruple shout out to Mike. He's one of the funniest, most genuine but goofy dudes you'll ever meet.
Oh yeah.
It's like when he wants to be funny, he can, but when he actually wants to like be genuine, he's like a grandpa of game, basically.
Mhm.
We love him. We love him.
Love Mike.
He's honestly one of the funniest dudes I've ever met.
Oh yeah.
And like I feel like he could be a guest on here. He could probably fill up like a solid hour and a half of just his stories.
Dude, Mike could be a third host.
But honestly, he could. Like
He's entertaining
Mike
enough.
is special.
Yeah, he could sit down here and I mean he could be a frequent guest, we'll say. He could pop in for an hour every now and then.
Yeah, he could. Yeah, I feel like we need to have like a whole like triple guest episode where it's like 1 hour is devoted to like Sean, 1 hour to uh, Mike, third hour to a secret, mystery guest or something.
Nicholas
I feel like we could
Cage,
bring in a
something
ton
like
of
that.
people
Yeah.
like over the course of the show. We can bring in multiple people.
Do you have any, what to say, like dream guests, like celebrity guests you want to get on?
Celebrity guest, Dua Lipa, bro. Like that is my celebrity crush. Is Dua Lipa. If I could like even get to talk to Dua Lipa, bro. Okay, serious answer though. Serious answer. Giovanni.
Yeah.
No, that's a little too far out there. Maybe get like a pro wrestler out here or something. Maybe get a
Yeah.
UFC fighter.
I want to get Nicolas
Get
Cage.
a Zoom call from. Hey, I'm gonna say get a Zoom call from jail from Diddy,
Oh, that would
and like the
that'd
entire
be
episode's
fire.
like, but like but like here's the thing, we'll like require him to be muted the whole time. So like the entire thing is just a 3 hour episode of us like laughing and making fun of him and all that for his various crimes.
Hmm.
It's basically just like a Diddy humiliation episode.
That would go hard. Maybe we give him like 5 minutes to like talk at the end of the episode.
Yeah. I,
Oh, I want to get
I feel like
I want to get Dillian Harper.
who?
Dillian Harper. She's a porn star.
Who's that? Oh
She,
yeah.
yeah,
Okay, that might be why I don't know her.
I have her flashlight model. It's fire.
Okay.
It's great.
Okay.
I like it. I use it frequently.
Um, I feel like we should get
Um,
Kanye on here.
man, yeah, gotta get Ye on here.
Gotta get Kanye. Oh, Will I am.
Yeah, that'd go hard.
Bro, just get the entire Black Eyed Peas except for Fergie.
What's wrong with
So basically
Fergie?
just the black guys. You ever heard her national anthem?
You ever heard Fergalicious?
I have. Fergie was like she was a member of
Yeah,
Black Eyed Peas for a
I want to get
point
Taylor
in
from
time,
DK on
but
here. Oh, gotta get Sam Hyde on
I want to
here.
get the Dude Perfect on here. I feel like hey, Mr. Beast. Well, no, not Mr. Beast himself. That's too
No,
big. Chandler from Mr. Beast.
Chris. It's a humiliation episode.
Yeah, yeah. Oh man, what happened, bro? Chris was awesome, and now he's
I think Andrew Tate's tweet about
just.
him summed it up perfectly.
Do you mind quoting that for us?
Well, I'm gonna have to like paraphrase it because I can't actually present it in front of myself to read. But it went something like,
Yeah.
now that Chris is out of the mainstream, he's just a husk of a man that's fucked up from hormones and doesn't have a wife or a kid, and, that basically he ruined his life for something that was hyped up, and he got a little bit of support for it, and then he threw it all away, and now there's nothing left for him, and he's just gonna be broke and whatever.
I love how within the span of like, 3 or 4 days, people went from absolute like people at least on the the whole tranny community. I don't know if I want to say tranny, but it is what it is.
Yeah,
On that whole community grew from loving him to finding out he's into some pretty pedophile things and is absolutely tearing into him. Like they just turned on their own, which rightfully so. Very
yeah.
rare, win from that side.
I'm glad that LGBT as like a whole is starting
They
to like make a firm disconnect
they're
from
starting to
pedophilia.
see,
'Cause there's some overlap there for a
yeah,
while. I feel like they're
yeah,
finally realizing a little bit of
mainly
division's
mainly in the
okay.
T.
A little bit of what do you call it,
Yeah,
segregation can have some positive benefits
yeah,
for society.
yeah. They
Blacks
have
are
some
not.
standards.
Yeah, yeah.
They have some of them have some standards. I feel like it's a bitter way to
You know
put
what
it.
I think we should do? I think if they want to be called minor attracted persons, we should start making separate facilities for them. We should have minor attracted person bathrooms, minor attracted person water fountains, minor attracted person restaurant seating, minor attracted people should have to sit in the back of the
Right.
bus. I think we should treat them like black people in the
Like
40s.
everywhere. No, I think we should treat them like. Well, no, black people in the 40s actually did get abused and
Lynched,
murdered.
dude,
So yeah, I
Rodney
think
King.
that's pretty. I think that's pretty
Dude,
fair for
imagine a minor
pedophiles.
attracted person getting Rodney King or Martin Luther
Imagine like
King.
letting David Goggins go at him for. Bro, imagine like David Goggins go at one of them or something, or letting John Jones or some of these like tough like triathlon athletes or UFC fighters or boxers just go after him for 5 minutes uninterrupted. It's really how about just
Yeah.
let him go until there's nothing left.
Dude,
Again, like
man.
there's certain things we joke about, but I feel like we can agree on that. Protect the kids, man.
I was just thinking about how awesome it would be if, like, we actually did have pedophile segregation in society, right? And then anyone that
Right.
goes into those facilities or uses those objects, right, they're like self-admitting right on the spot.
Right.
And then just thinking about like big buff wrestlers walking around like
Hmm.
patrolling the area waiting for people to walk in. Like it's not actually a bathroom, it's just a trap for that dude to go beat him up. Man, that'd be crazy.
You know how like whenever dogs are fixed, they're required to get like tattoo on their stomach or their chest area to like
What?
certify that they're fixed.
Never heard of that.
Okay, this is the thing with yeah, this is like the thing with my dog. It's got like a permanent. She's got a permanent mark on her from when she was fixed, where like just a little green line. So like whenever she goes to a vet or anything, it signifies that she's fixed. Can't all that. I don't know if that's the thing with like all breeds, but I know with like some breeds they do that to like signify. Anyway, I feel like that should be a thing. Like if there's any like body caught with like any sort of like minor related sex crimes. First of all, if they're somehow for whatever reason left alive, which you know, oh thank you for that, Thomas.
Sorry.
If there's
I
anything
just
left of
realized I
them,
had that.
there should you know, there should be some sort of marking required, like make them get like some sort of face tattoo or some sort of noticeable piercing or some sort of change to their body that signifies that they are indeed involved with minors. Make them live with that for the rest of their lives. Like. Now, granted, once they get to jail, they're probably going to be killed anyway.
Hmm.
But, but you know,
Yeah, and then I mean there's always the option, you know.
you know who Alex Rosen is?
No.
He makes all kinds of these like videos. He's the guy that I'm pretty sure that's the name of the guy that caught EDP.
Okay, yeah.
So
Twice,
I
right?
he him
Twice, right? EDP.
I I think he might have been caught twice. Anyway, so do you know Judion?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Judion, Alex Rosen, and then this guy named Skeeter Jean. Do you know Skeeter Jean?
No.
Bro, I love Skeeter Jean. So anyway, these three are all like these. They've done a few collaborations with each other and stuff, but they're mainly individuals. They kind of run like To Catch a Predator style, like sting operations, catching people who are, talking to alleged minors, decoy people, obviously pretending to be minors.
Mm.
But they're catching all kinds of these like pedophiles online. And I've been watching a lot of those videos recently, and they are some of the most, sad but entertaining to see him keeping these people off the streets. It's like this dude is, Skeeter Gene is his like YouTube name.
Mm.
Million times shout out to him. Love that guy so much. He's funny. He like makes jokes about it during the whole process. But he calls himself Skeet Hansen. Like what's his name? Chris Hansen.
Yeah.
The dude that did the original. Yeah, so he's like, I'm Skeet Hansen, and what I have to say is, you just been skeeted in 4K. like anytime they're about to like go outside or talk to the police or whatever, he's like, "Yeah, you've been skeeted in 4K." I love just those predator catching videos.
Hold on, I just
Like,
noticed something.
is it legal?
What? What is this
Go on.
shadow right here?
I don't.
What
Is
is?
that the phone?
What
Is that a
is that?
phone shadow or camera shadow
Oh,
or what?
oh yeah. That's totally something blocking my phone flashlight. Okay, that makes sense. Cause like I'm like you can't see my hand, but like there's nothing blocking the camera. I'm like, what is that? That makes sense.
That's. It's like obviously the only shadow I got going here is from cabinet. So
Yeah, I was like, where did I get this random sensor bar from? Like, it's
I'm
so
just
so
going to
random.
assume that it's from the camera. Yeah, that makes sense. Or the phone.
Well, I was like, I don't know. It did make sense.
Right. Oh, man, I gotta say I'm loving the setup I got with the RV recording.
Man, mine would be so much better if my lights worked. I'm gonna invest in some light bulbs before the next episode.
So we usually record like 2 a week or something, right?
Yeah, two or three.
Right. So like next recording will probably be sometime like if it's
Probably be
Friday
around
now. Next
Christmas.
recording probably be like about Tuesday or Wednesday.
Do you want to do Christmas night or Christmas Eve night?
Whichever one you want.
Yeah, Christmas Eve night for sure.
Yeah, I could probably. I don't know if I have enough room right there. I was about to say I would try like hanging the Tajik flag somewhere between this doorway
I
here,
have
but I don't
mine
know if I
right
could get it
above
to
my
fit in
TV.
frame.
I should have put it back here actually.
I don't know if I could get it to fit in frame.
I I mean you could get the crown and the three colors in the frame, maybe not the whole flag though.
Yeah. Yeah. I need. Is there a way to set your background in general on here?
Yeah,
I feel like
it has like
if I
a
want to do
green
like a,
screen function. If you
I
have
feel like if
nitro
I
and
ever
you can
wanted to
put
do like
a
a
custom
Tajik.
background, you could do a Tajiki flag.
Oh man. I already pay like a few subscriptions per month, and I'm not making enough to pay for another.
Hmm.
I don't know if I want to pay for Nitro because I already pay for my PlayStation Plus subscription. I think I'm paying a Hulu subscription and Spotify Premium. So,
Spotify Premium is fucking
which
crazy.
I'm I'm pretty sure the Spotify Premium student plan includes Hulu though. So
Mm.
it's like $7 or $8 a month for Spotify Premium for student plan.
Man,
Pretty nice.
I got Xbox Game Pass, and
Hmm.
that's it. That's my only subscription.
No music subscriptions. Like you don't even
I
whenever
just
you
use
use
YouTube.
YouTube, you just listen with ads.
Yeah.
I used to use YouTube Music, but like, yeah, I mainly only use that when I'm like traveling back home and stuff. 'Cause it's a 3 hour drive, and that's mainly the only places that I'd be traveling, right? And that would cut out once you get to, I told you earlier about London's about halfway to between where I live and now and where I used to live.
Yeah.
So yeah, once you get to like a halfway point, it just kind of cuts out. So you only get like a good hour and a half, maybe 2 hours if you're lucky, of using YouTube. And then after that, once you hit like Clay and Leslie counties, you just have like no service.
All right. Here's
So what
a
I did,
huge
I have
life
a
hack.
Spotify. Here's a huge life hack. Spotify Premium allows you to download
Yeah.
songs, and then even after you lose your subscription, I'm pretty sure you can still listen to them, right?
No.
I don't know, but you can listen to songs offline. I have 50 hours worth of music on Spotify downloaded.
See, but that takes up a lot of data.
So
What you can do instead is get a flash drive, put all your music on it, and virtually every car has a USB port somewhere in it that if you plug that in, you'll be able to play it on the radio.
okay, okay,
So you could just
that
like
could
keep
work.
an updated playlist on a flash drive, and if you ever lose data, just plug it in.
But could you keep 50 hours worth of music on a flash drive?
Easily.
And could you shuffle?
Yeah.
Okay, here it is. 51 hours and 2 minutes on my main playlist. It's hard to get on because of the glare, but yeah, it's. By the way, the thing I hate about Spotify, in general, their shuffling sucks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Spotify shuffle sucks. It's like, I could. There's easily, like I said, 50 hours of music on here. Right, so it's probably like 400 or 500 songs, probably more, honestly. I don't know if I don't
Can
know if
you
I can
open
check
the
how many songs are
calculator
on it. Let
app
me.
and do some math for me really quick?
I got it.
What is 616 times 3.5 divided by 60?
2,156 divided by 60. 35.933333333.
That's how long my playlist is. What my rap playlist?
30, basically 36 hours.
Yeah, that's just my rap
Well, I can
playlist.
talk
I
about
also
check
have a
this.
heavy metal playlist, a 2000s pop playlist, an EDM playlist, and a psychedelic playlist. So all in all, I probably have
Okay, main
100 hours of music.
on my main playlist, 765 songs, right?
Hmm
765 songs. Let's say about my favorite band right now is probably Avenged Sevenfold. Say I have like 15, I think about 15 or 20 Avenged Sevenfold songs on that playlist of 700 songs, right?
hmm
Tell me why when I press shuffle, I will get 3 Avenged Sevenfold songs in like a 15-song span, including 2 of them being back to back.
That's just how it is.
Why? Why does it do that? That's not how shuffling should be.
Yeah, I agree.
765 songs, man. So I've read somewhere the Spotify Shuffle algorithm is like it's songs you've listened to the most recently. Not the most, you know what I'm saying? Like songs you've listened to a lot recently. I think is a better word for
Well,
it.
yeah, but
Songs you've listened to a lot.
the problem with that becomes like it plays a song, you listen to the song, it goes,
Hmm.
okay, they listened to the whole song, they like this, I'll play it again. They play it again. You listen to it, it goes, okay, they like
All
this
right.
song, I'll play it again. Repeat that for every song it plays, and now you have 15 songs to play over and over because it hasn't played anything else.
And then eventually get tired of them, and about a week later, you just have a new 15 songs you're stuck listening to.
Yeah.
It's like for me, I guarantee you, if I go to shuffle my playlist right now, I can tell you that like what artists will be within the next 5 songs, right? So if I press shuffle right now, keep in mind this is like every genre. The first song I get is Space Lord by Monster Magnet. I guarantee you within 5 swipes I'll see a Metallica song, right? I got
Okay.
Ghost, Mitski, Egg Lasagna, Fits in the Tantrums, Jamiroquai. Okay, surprisingly no Metallica, but it loves giving me Metallica. We got Dry Kill Logic, Tool, Green Jelly, Asia, Led Zeppelin, more Jamiroquai. Okay, so within 10 songs, I got 2 of them are Jamiroquai. That's okay. That's a better point to have proven. Was I guarantee I'll get a repeat artist
Mm.
within 10 songs of the first. 2 of them are Jamiroquai. Keep in mind, 765 songs. Again, 8 of those might be Jamiroquai.
Yeah.
That's not a shuffling.
Dude, my rap
It's
playlist,
way too coincidental.
616 songs, and it plays the same
Mm.
like 3 Future songs, one fucking Mac Miller song, 2 Lil Peep songs, and like that's it. Like, and then I'll skip them, and then it'll pick like 3 songs to just play on repeat for like an hour, and it'll just go back to like the other songs it was playing until I skip them again. It'll just like pick a couple other songs to play, and then just go back to the same 5 or 6 songs. It's so annoying. It's gotten to the point that like I
What
don't
is
even
the Mac Miller song though?
SDS or SOS or whatever it's called.
I'm gonna mention this. The only like Mac Miller song that I really listen to is
I
Spins.
think you've mentioned
It's the
this
only
in
one I've
at
heard
least
so
four
far.
podcasts.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Oop, I thought it was only once. I thought it was only once.
So
Anyway,
many
love it.
times. Yeah.
Rip Mac Miller.
Factually.
Anyway, you were saying?
I don't think I was.
No,
Maybe I
you were saying
forgot.
something before you
I don't remember.
cut you off.
Oh well, I forgot.
You were saying it would like play the same three songs back to
Oh
back, and
yeah.
then it would just like
No,
go back to what it was normally
yeah.
playing.
YouTube sucks. It'll play like 5 or 6 songs, and it'll be like the only songs it plays. And if I skip all of them, it'll play like 3 or 4 different ones for a little bit, and just go back to the original ones.
Mhm. It's very like the shuffle on most platforms is awful. It's like
Yeah.
Spotify's is, you know, I just use Spotify Premium because I can listen to whatever songs I want, and it's cheap on the student plan.
Hmm.
No, it's like the shuffle part kind of ruins it. And I have to like manually skip through a lot of songs if there's because you just see it on big kicks of playing ones that I don't want to hear at that moment. Which sure I can make a playlist for different vibes and stuff I'm feeling, but I'm just gonna run into the same problem of playing the wrong songs.
Hmm.
So like instead, like sure I could make a whole playlist for all like 8 girly pop Dua Lipa Mitski songs I have on my playlist. Unashamedly, by the way, I love Dua Lipa, but it's it's just it's not gonna make sense, and I don't have enough to warrant a new playlist. I'd rather just skip through, listen to all of them at once, and then be happy.
I might have to send you my
It's
playlist. I
like
think you'd
it's
like
like
them.
I honestly don't know how you'd feel about my playlist because it could jump from like Ghost to Metallica to System of a Down, and just randomly in the middle of there you got Pink Pony Club by Chapel Roan, which by the way, really good song. I don't know why, I just love it. I heard it on Saturday Night Live a few months back, and it's actually a banger. I don't know if you've heard it, but it's like the only Chapel Roan song I like.
I don't think I have heard it.
Yeah. It's a Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing down in
All right, let's
West
not get copyright
Hollywood.
strike.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Because that's the things that gets demonetized, and not any of the things we said before. I
No,
mean, me
no,
singing
like a
"Can't
copyright
Say
strike would like take down the
Roan."
video. Demonetization, we don't make money. We're not making money right now, anyways. Copyright strike, we don't have this video anymore.
Yeah.
That's worse.
Fair play, fair play. So like,
Yeah, we can't be
I
doing that.
thought, well, okay, so I guess we can't do the. I guess we can't do the future reaction to a downfall of Diddy then. That'd be really bad copyright strike if it's a whole documentary.
Eh,
Unless we want to do like a
uh,
live,
that
yeah.
might be under
Unless
fair
we wanted to
use.
do like a live watch along. Unless we want to do like a live watch along where it's like, okay, we are at this point. This is what we're watching. Watch along with us if you'd like.
Yeah, we could do that.
I've seen people do that before. I've seen people do that before with like movies and TV shows and stuff.
Mm.
Like we could get away with that
We'll
as long as
conceptualize
it's
it.
not in the frame. So that's a future episode anyway.
A theory confirmed seeing someone yawn makes you yawn.
Yeah, I mean, even though I yawned like 2 minutes ago, I fought that one back.
Yeah, it happens. It's getting late for real. I think we've hit 3 hours at least.
We bound to have. Can you check that recording time?
Oh yeah, let's check.
Yeah. Or look at that. Look at that majestic hair and beard. By the
Stop it!
way.
Stop it! Get some help.
Oh, you're blushing.
Perchance.
Perchance.
Oh yeah, 3 hours and 20 minutes.
That's pretty average for us.
Yeah,
A little long for a podcast, but it's average for us.
man. Do you want to do the first live outro?
Bro, let me see here. What would make a good first outro? Okay. Let me see here.
And
Let me see here.
buy KFC in Tajikistan.
Be one. Okay. Okay, I think I got one. Okay, listen. Remember to always use your signal. Tip your waiter unless they suck. And remember that literally anybody can start a podcast at any time. I mean, look at us go. We're already on episode 8.
Perfect. Perfect. Well,
And we don't look like the suck, but you can do it.
yeah.
Got anything you want to add to that, Thomas?
No, I think that was the perfect outro, Landy Boy, and I will see you next time.
For the first